And we are live, Chummers. Welcome to the Wednesday night Shadowrun edition. My name is Bryce, and I'll be the Game Master tonight. You can follow us at TWKLive on Facebook and YouTube to interact and watch previous episodes. Now, let's meet the players. Tonight we have GM Jeremy.
Hello, hello. Tonight, I will be playing the Human Decker, codename Atari.
And we also have Laird.
Good evening, I am Laird, and I am playing the cute one on the right in the image in front of you, and her name is Shady May.
And we have...
May.
Okay. No one did it.
Shady May.
Yeah, that was a little off.
And next we have with us Steve.
Hey, I'll be playing Almari, the Elven Water Shaman.
And we have Keith.
I will be playing the Dwarven Mystic Adept Longstreet, who is recovering from his weekend at Bernie's.
He's going to be recovering from something, that's for sure. And last but not least, we have Hans.
Swing low, sweet chariot. Dr. Giggles, I'm behind bar.
Oh,
That was awesome. That was awesome.
testing the man.
Oh, and just a reminder, background music tonight brought to you as always by Aim to Head. And lastly, Shadowrun is set in a dark futuristic world. Some content may not be suitable for all audience members. Discretion is advised. All right, now that all that is out of the way, how are we doing tonight, gentlemen?
Good.
Nervous.
Scared.
I wasted my weekend playing Rogue.
I know.
That's
I
not a waste. What are you talking about? Game's
Come
awesome.
to- tomorrow,
downloading a
will be.
roguelike game. I was like, I got work to do.
I'm feeling
I did.
exposed to the world.
All right, yeah, speaking of exposed, where we last left our chummers off, you guys had gone for a nice, easy money grab in the park, just escorting a wage slave away from her corporation of Natbat. You showed up to the rendezvous, went to grab her, and found out that you had been found out, and it was a trap.
I just want to point out that Atari stayed in the van. I mean, he was way back there. He was like, fuck
You're
this
the
job.
one that opened the door and ushered us in.
This is true. I was trying to save you guys.
You're also the one that brought the rocket launcher and not the rocket.
This is true.
Let us right into the lion's den.
And while in the big firefight with the corp security, a mysterious group showed up and aided, or seemed to aid, our fearless chummers, and they jumped in the van and made a getaway with them, only to find that that was a second trap to the first trap. And were sealed in a quickly gas-filled van where they all passed out.
Well, at least that wasn't part of the first trap then.
I feel like I'm in a bad heist movie or something.
Oh, yeah. A heist within a heist within a heist.
That's kind of
Uh-oh.
Shadowrun, isn't it?
Very, yes.
It could have been part of the first trap. They might have been overestimating us.
A backup for the backup for the backup. And so you guys woke up sometime later in a cell.
Do we still have that graphic that we can show everybody of us in the cell? That'd be awesome.
Oh, did I already show you guys that? Because
We saw it in Discord. I wonder if we had it on Roll20.
Yeah, I think I posted
I
it,
do,
didn't
but
I?
I haven't showed it yet.
Okay.
And there's a reason for that
Okay.
that I will show later. Anyways,
There
where
is.
was I?
The mages are unconscious.
Hella high.
I'm high.
Yeah, we woke up naked.
I think the quote
So you
was...
open your eyes, which was a bad mistake. The light stabs into your throbbing skull like red-hot needles. Your mouth tastes like toxic waste. It's true you felt this way before, but in the past, it was always because of something that seemed like fun at the time. After a few more centuries, you get enough strength to sit up. When the world stops spinning, you see that you are threadbare. So you see that you are in a small, bare room, concrete floor with a few threadbare futons tossed here and there. Walls and ceilings coated with plaster, painted a light green. Ventilator grills up near the ceiling, and a wash basin and commode in one corner. There's a barred door in one wall. Most of your team is now also sitting up and taking notice. They are all stripped. You look down, so are you. Not a thread of clothing, nothing. Your magician, your two of them, Almari and Mississippi, are both curled in fetal balls back to back in one corner. You nudge Almari's shoulder. There is no response, so you prod harder. He grunts and rolls over, taking his thumb out of his mouth and murmurs, "Aw, Ma, I don't want to go to school today." So you peel back his eyelid, and his gaze is hazy with drugs. They are drugged up on prison drugs. -10 to all intellect and magic tests.
Well, son of a bitch.
Fireball.
And that was the quote that I loved about that one. Pulls his thumb out of his mouth.
Mommy.
I thought he was thinking about
He
playing
hates his
through windows
mom.
with dolphins and stuff. What about your oil dolphin friend?
Well, if he hates his mom, we might be dealing with some kind of kink.
Could be.
So there you are in your cell, and there's a hallway. There is a guard out in the hallway with a shotgun. And then walking down the hallway and approaching. The barred door opens, and you are staring into the snouts of a pair of shotguns. You can hear the rest of your team start shifting into positions. The shotguns swing to bear, and the men holding them look tough. Combat badges on their sleeves say they are Corps War veterans, mercenaries. Behind them is a man with a harness mount machine gun held low and ready. "Okay," he says.
Damn.
"Nobody do anything stupid, and you might live through this." He gestures to...
Is this the guy that has the machine gun?
No,
This guy.
Bone Crack.
It's this one.
Yeah.
He's got the mounted machine gun.
You're talking
Oh,
like
man.
a mini gun or something like that, or
A light machine
that'll-
gun. A light machine gun on a gyro harness.
Oh, crap.
okay.
Atari, he points at you.
Son of a bitch.
Yes, my sneaking worked.
He gestures at you outside.
Ah, fuck. I look side to side, and I march outside. Fuck.
Can't you download a skill or something? Like Ninja Draft to get out of here?
Ooh, yeah.
Can
You
do
go
that without your
outside.
deck?
You go outside, and the three men fall back, maintaining a distance, covering you and the doorway in this neat crossfire. One of the shotgun carriers slots a magnetic key card into a wall unit, and the cell door slides shut. You see there's a wheelchair with them in the corridor. Sit.
Son
You
of
are
a
told.
bitch. I guess I sit.
You sit. Snick snap. A bunch of padded manacles clamp on your arms and legs. And then one of the guards reaches out and clamps another across your chest. He then slings his shotgun over his shoulder and starts guiding the chair down the corridor.
Oh, man.
While the samurai with the LMG and the other guard maintain distance and cover.
At least they realize
do I
how
do I have access to Wi-Fi?
No, you do not.
Yeah, yeah. Or a comm link.
You have
or
no
anything.
deck. You have no deck. You have no comm link. Is there anything implanted?
No.
Yeah. So if you had an implanted comm link, you at least could do that.
or a deck in your leg.
Yeah.
Or
A mental
implanted
note:
deck.
get Comlink in head.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised at that one.
Because it's also a gateway for other hackers to hack you.
Yeah,
Exactly.
there is that.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a two-edged sword.
It's
Your
a
escort
liability.
wheels you around a few corners and into a softly lit room. Assorted equipment line the walls, and several gizmos stand in the center of the floor. Some of it looks vaguely familiar. The wheelchair stops, and the merc fiddles with some attachments on the back of the chair, and the chair starts to ratchet into something resembling a dentist chair.
Of course it does.
Roll memory for me.
Okay. Shit. I hope it doesn't look like that machine that we saw out there in the Barrens.
Oh,
Let's see. Where's memory? There.
Oh, at the
That brain fried the vice
Yeah.
president.
Oh, no. Nope. The room that you met the government agent in,
Yeah.
that government, like, secret place,
Yeah.
this room is very, like, similar to that. It's not the same room, but, like, the accoutrements and the equipment in it are kind of the same. They serve the same purpose.
All right. Looks like we're gonna be paying a friend of mine a visit in the future. If we get out of here alive.
Well, these are mercenaries. These are not government.
Yeah, he's still gonna get a visit.
All right.
Hey, man. I need my stuff, man.
Shut up, you.
I'm hurting. My bones. I'm hurting bad.
That one
suck
guy's
on
still
that
out
thumb
there.
more.
Jeremy, roll me a street. There is one guard still out there. He's not anywhere near the door, but is very much watching you guys, or watching the door. Camera in your cell. Camera down at the end of the hallway. Jeremy, roll me either a street etiquette if you have it.
I do.
Or memory. Street etiquette, your target's going to be 3. Memory, your target's going to be 4. So you recognize this samurai with the LMG. His name is Bonecrack, as revealed.
Yeah.
He's a Shadowrunner. You've heard of him in the circles, you know, with your type of cred and just rubbing elbows and fixers and whatnot. He runs with a lot of elite. He's very well known on the streets. That's why you've heard of him. So
I say, so what's going on here, Bone Cracker?
nothing personal, Chummer. Just business.
I get that, man, and I am all about business. Whatever you're getting paid, man, talk to us. We'll double it.
There is Bonecrack. I almost forgot.
And you know
to show-
me, like I can make it look like, you know, you had nothing to do with it, and you know, I can tweak these cameras and make it say whatever we needed to say to make that happen, and you win, we win, everybody wins. Before you know it, we're drinking coffee and eating pie in the Bahamas. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, Cracker?
You don't look like no cracker.
Isn't there other people in the room there?
He's whole week, Cracker.
They are. There will be in just a sec. All right, and then he walks out. He listens to you rambling, and then just walks out.
Don't be like that, man. We go back so far. You and me, we're so tight. How can you do this to a brother?
Right about the time, and I know that my character can't hear this. I'm just thinking story-wise. Right about the time Bonecracker is like, it's not personal, it's business. Shady pulls the camera off the wall in the back of the camera, or in the back of the cell.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Okay, you rip out the camera.
Just make sure the cord, yank the cord and everything, make sure it's totally detached, and just drop it on the floor.
You are going to completely detach it?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Okay, go ahead and roll like a strength check or something
Sure.
just to make sure you can. Just basically don't glitch. Yep, you you rip it off and completely detach it.
Yeah, once she drops it, she just kind of slowly paces kind of back and forth in the back of the cell here, and
Okay.
I'll let you go then.
Yep. So Atari, about that time, 2 figures walk in. One you recognize as the elf from the YET party, that Windtree guy, that
Windtree
rustic-looking elf with the sword.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
hanging
yeah.
out
Yeah, he
in
was
the
just, like, being
solarium.
aloof.
He's kind of being very snobby and
Yeah, I'm like, yo,
and
the
in
party's
also
moved,
him,
man.
and all
Fuck
smiles.
that uppity dandelion.
with him is a chubby little guy, bustles in, looks like a beardless little Santa Claus.
Yep.
Orphan brother.
Oh, he doesn't.
Hello,
look happy.
what is my name? I love that little joke. He ties on a vinyl lab apron.
Yeah, so
And
real
wheels some
intimidating,
gear
man. Real intimidating.
Next to your chair. How are you feeling today? He starts to hook you up with some cable leads,
Oh, you know, I've been waiting
clipping
for
them
this
right
vacation.
onto your skin.
I'm like, I've been
You know,
waiting for
the
this vacation for a long time,
Funniest
man.
thing happened to me on the way here. He rambles along some pointless little monologue for a few minutes, all the while clipping little electrodes to various places on your body. Ah, yes, I think we're ready now. He beams and flips the switch, turns some dials, and oh god, the pain! The
I
pain!
scream. I scream. Ah! Like Han Solo in The Empire Strikes Back. Ah! Ah! Ah!
Do we
Then it
hear
stops.
this?
No. Then it stops. Oh, that looks like it tingled. How about this one? You hear more dialing, and then this lancet of white-hot agony pierces into your left eye.
I
Then
scream.
moves and settles down into this burning throb in your jaw.
Still screaming.
Then it fades after a while.
Still screaming.
Now most people hate toothache worse than anything, your tormentor confides with a giggle. Now, I find that when you hit just the right nerves, they really don't like it. And he picks up this slender gizmo from the table and connects it to a wire. Through clenched teeth, you forth out the words, "Whatever you know, chummer, just forget it. I'll never tell you." His twinkling blue eyes widen in this mock surprise. Oh, mercy me. I don't want to know anything right now, but I'm sure later we'll find a few things to talk about. As he finishes his adjustments to the device he's holding and leans in close, whispering like someone sharing an amusing secret. Now, here's something I know you'll find interesting. His hand moves and something buzzes, but the sound is drowned out by your screams.
Yeah.
Back in the cell, the rest of your team sees the lights flicker. After a time, they too will find out what that means. Everyone in the cell, roll perception.
Oh, dang it, I gotta click on my guy.
Wow, Atari's looking pretty ragged there.
Is it safe?
Yeah, I am looking pretty ragged. Huh?
Shoot, I had -10, right?
Yeah, Longstreet, you and Almari both have a -10.
Oh, hey, let me hit that again then. Yeah.
That's better. Okay, so Shady. Let me find a pen that's working here. Shady, you notice that you hear a faint buzzing when the lights flicker.
Okay, can she distinguish where it comes from?
You start to try and figure that out. Absolutely.
Okay.
Now, and yes, my printer, I still have not fixed it, so I'm having to bounce back and forth. So give me a sec here. This is a little slower
No worries.
than if I had all my notes printed.
It's all right. I'm just being tortured. No worries.
Exactly, right?
Take your time. Take your time.
So,
I've got a bunch of printers.
Tari, no, I actually just need a cable, but I just fucking haven't done it. Because I don't think about it until I need it, and when I need it, it's too late. Atari, you are going to fill your stun track halfway.
All right, stun. All right, let's see here. That would be halfway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I have 11. So that would be
So fill 5 of them.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Got it?
All right. And this goes on for about a half an hour, just excruciating pain. It almost feels like someone is pulling all your teeth out and then like shoving them back in only to rip them back out again, like over and over. It's
I keep
horrible.
screaming. I keep screaming
Yeah.
until everything's just pain, and then I just don't scream because the pain's just never ending.
Yeah, you're going hoarse. You know, it's been like this is just going on. He's just giggling and oh my, yes, you know. And then finally it stops and he says, "Now let's have some conversation.
I'm drooling.
Tell me, who is it that hired you to hack Sylvan information?"
Smith.
Can you be more specific?
He said his name was Smith. Smith. We met him in a garage. Right next to the one by McDonald's downtown. He took us out for a
And-
Happy Meal.
He
Let's go
applies
good.
pain.
Scream.
Roll body or willpower, which is your higher stat.
Willpower, definitely.
So roll willpower against 4 damage stun. So each success will drop that by 1.
Okay. So I roll willpower, then ask for an attribute. Do I choose willpower again?
No, say none.
None. Oops. Oh.
All right. So you take 3 points of stun damage.
2, 3.
And now I also want you to roll your willpower also, but this time you're rolling against a resisted test of Dr. Watt's interrogation.
All right. So.
So roll willpower again, just base willpower.
Okay.
Excellent, excellent. And how much did this Mr. Smith pay you to do this?
$50K. I got $50K.
And again, you feel pain. Give me a resist against 4 stun willpower. Okay, you take 4 more stun.
And I'm maxed out.
Okay, so you pass out, but before you do, roll me at willpower again. This is against his interrogation test. You didn't last very long. 2 questions.
Okay.
Yep. Excellent. Longstreet or Lancelot Wintry, he just scoffs. Humans. They're so weak. I knew he wouldn't last. And the mercenaries grab you up. Mercenaries grab you up. Bone Crack comes up with them. They come to the door. Throw Atari into the cell. He's passed out. And they point at Giggles. You, outside. Rinse and repeat, just like last scene.
All right. I'll head out.
Okay, they keep distance from you, tell you to sit in the chair while they seal the cell. You get in the chair.
Yep.
Run
Yeah,
for
I
it,
sit
Giggles,
down.
run!
You are strapped down and delivered.
Did
to
that
the
buzzing
interrogation
continue, or did it stop when the lights came back on?
It happened a couple times, on and off. There was an electrical surge for some reason that you're not sure of. Atari
Okay.
could tell you all about it.
When I wake up.
Any luck distinguishing where I was hearing the noise coming from in here?
Not yet, nope, but
Okay.
it might be
Gotcha.
happening again soon, you have a feeling.
Gotcha.
All right, and once again, what is my name? And you feel pain. This goes on for quite a while, about a half an hour. Everyone in the cell roll perception, and Giggles, fill your stun track halfway.
I assume I'm still knocked out, right?
You are knocked out, yeah. You won't be rolling.
Stun.
I don't think I can perceive anything when I'm drugged.
Yep, you're too fucked up. All right, Shady, you're still not quite able to pin out where this buzzing is coming from. It's just echoing off the walls too much, but you keep trying. And Giggles, after a half an hour or so, it stops. I think we have some things that we may want to talk about now. Who hired you to attack the YET?
Some dude in a mask.
And resist 4 stun versus your body or willpower, whichever's higher.
Let's see.
As he
That's
applies
definitely my
pain.
body.
Okay, so roll your body. You want to get 4 hits.
So I just hit body.
Yep. Body, no modifiers, attached to nothing. All right, so you take 2 stun. And now I want you to roll it again. This time we're doing a resisted test against interrogation.
So roll body again.
Roll body again for me. Oh my. You are a fighter, aren't you? And how much did you get paid?
$50,000.
And you feel pain. Resist 4 stun damage.
So how to resist that?
Roll your body again.
Oh, okay.
No modifiers, no attachments. Just your raw body. You take 3 more stun.
And I'm out.
Okay, and now roll your body again. This is against the interrogation test. God, you guys aren't lasting very long.
Well, not
Wow.
if I keep rolling like this.
All right, and now you are wheeled back to the cell, thrown in, passed out. Tari, roll me a stun healing, which is going to be body plus willpower.
Body plus willpower. One success.
So you heal 1 box.
Of stun?
Just enough to wake up. Yep.
All right, I start moaning.
And now they motion to Almari and say, throw him outside. They motion to you, Shady.
I try to say, don't tell them about the 50K. Don't tell them anything about Smith
Crawl up
and the
the
50K.
Almari, do you crawl out, or does anyone help him out of the cell?
I'm still on the ground in the fetal position.
How long has it been since we've in the van?
We don't
You don't know.
Because I'm going into withdrawals right now. Pretty severe.
You may be, but not yet.
And you were saying that they were indicating that Shady's next? Or Almari?
No, they wanted you to bring Almari out of the door. Bring him to the door.
She's gonna flip him off.
One of them shoots their shotgun into the ceiling, and a bunch of bits of plaster and whatnot rain down. And then they say the next one's going to be lower.
Well, then you're gonna be out of information you want, apparently.
Is that what you say?
Mm-hmm.
All right. You need to roll your defense.
Okay. Okay, now this is without any of the armor or anything. So how can I roll that without?
You would just remove it as primary armor, right? So
Yeah,
under.
I think that's what I gotta do.
It's not
Well,
under
you have to
gear.
roll to dodge, not to soak, right? So that would just be your.
Well, because
What
cyber limbs give armor.
Yeah, and other already installed enhancements like that.
Yeah. So it's not going to be a total dodge necessarily.
Let's see here.
Where's Christopher when we need him?
Yeah, didn't we say that we actually have to delete? Oh, wait a minute. No.
I think if you just go into arms.
Use defense. Defense is just defense. It's intuition and reaction or whatever. It's got
Yeah,
nothing to do with
oh, is it?
armor or nothing yet. Yep.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Okay,
good.
so
Oh, look at that.
Nice. So now the other guard's going to shoot. Roll defense. So you're taking 12 physical, or it's 12 stun. I'm sorry, these are gel rounds. Roll your body, just your body. It's just your body.
oof.
All right, you take 11 points of stun.
Right to the tit.
That's that fills in all the boxes, doesn't it? and then
It
some?
fills. You have 10 stun, so it fills all your stun and one of your physical.
Wow. The
And then
chain
you are
just get
passed out.
blasted through the door again, back into our room.
Yeah, he's laying against the back wall with this
Gee.
giant welt already forming between her tits. And the guard who had missed her goes in, grabs Elmari by the neck while the other two are covering him and drag him out. Anyone do anything?
I'm unconscious.
Yep,
Yeah,
you're
I
unconscious.
can't do anything.
You're unconscious.
Don't tell him
Sippy's
about the
drugged.
50K.
All
I'm
right.
like, I'm so high.
I'm so high. All right, and the mercenaries drag you in. Almari, you're strapped down. You're totally clueless to anything. You're just drooling on yourself. And they inject you with this antidote. And after about 5 minutes, the fog in your head starts to clear, and you can start think. And you see this pudgy man, Santa Claus, bald before you. What is my name?
Am
Looking
I
you
in
up.
any position to cast?
You can try. You do see Wintry, your buddy, standing there. Couple of guards also standing there, guns at you.
I'll just look around like, what the fuck? I'll see Wintry there, and I'll just like give him the stink eye. Like, who the fuck are you?
More of an elf than you, obviously. And then you feel pain, so much pain. The lights flicker in the room. Everyone in the room roll perception who's not passed out. Almari, fill your stun track halfway.
Okay.
I don't see anything.
Okay, no one sees anything. All right, sorry about that. I was looking something up. Almari, you then the pain stops after about a half hour or so, and you are asked, Why did you leave the cover page of the Pandemonicus at Aaron's suite in the YET headquarters?
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
And you feel pain. Resist 4 stun, either body or willpower. All right, you take 3 stun, 3 more stun, and then roll your willpower again for the interrogation test. All right. And then the pain stops. How were you able to break into Sylvan information?
What are you talking about?
And you feel pain. Resist 4 stun.
The fucking dolphin did it, man. The dolphin.
Resist 4 stun.
Willpower? Yes.
Yeah, body or willpower, whichever's higher. Okay, you take 3 stun damage.
I'm unconscious.
Okay, and then roll your interrogation test now. Same thing. Willpower. All right.
Oh, I didn't last long, did I?
Nope. No, you both. Everyone's only lasted 2 questions. It's quite funny. Let's see, 0, 2 more successes. Okay. Laird, you asked a question in our private chat here about you have a modifier saying you may ignore 1 box of damage per rating a modifier. What that is like if you have 3 boxes of real damage, you would subtract 1 as far as modifier, so you wouldn't get the -1 injury modifier for having 3 boxes of damage. You would have to have 4 boxes of damage for that -1 modifier. That's what that means. It's just you don't feel the effects of damage as quickly.
It doesn't actually reduce the actual damage taken.
Correct, just the effects. Yep.
Gotcha.
Okay, Almari, you are then injected with a prison drug again and dragged back into the cell. And Atari, Shady, and Giggles, you get to all roll to heal stun, which is going to be your body plus willpower.
Zero.
You heal nothing.
0.
Shady, you heal 2. Giggles, you heal nothing. Mississippi, you are dragged out. You're given an antidote. Your wits come about you. What is my name? You see Wintry, a couple mercenaries.
I don't even know these people. They, I was just walking in the park and was kidnapped. I'm a professor at the. You can show me my ID. I have no idea.
Oh, you grab your balls. Here's my ID. And you feel pain. Feel your stun track halfway. Everyone else rolls perception. Who's awake?
So willpower or body?
Willpower. No, not yet. Fill it halfway.
Hey, I got a perception. 2 successes. Yes.
It's not enough.
Damn it.
Shady, you do still hear that buzzing every now and then, but you just still can't figure out. I mean, is it just something rattling in the sink? Is it, what the hell's going on? And then Mississippi, after about a half hour or so, you are asked, why did you attack the Association Paranobilis?
Attack's a strong word. I'm an investigator on the road of life.
And you feel pain. Resist 4 stun using either body or willpower, whichever's higher.
Damn it. Wait.
Okay, you take 4 stun damage and now roll that willpower again.
Why am I getting a because I'm already at -2. I see.
Why are you at a -2?
Because of the
Oh.
stun track.
Yeah, the stun
Oh,
initial.
because you're already halfway, right? Yep.
Yeah. Okay, I have one left. Yeah.
Yep. So roll your willpower again. Long sheet. Oh, there we go.
I get one dice.
All right, and now they ask you, who hired you to attack the APN?
Atari set it up. It was all him.
And you feel pain. Roll against 4 stun, and then roll against the interrogation.
Aha! He had 0 successes too.
All right. No, the first one is against the damage, so you take 4 stun,
Damn it. I'm out.
and then your second roll is against the interrogation, which doesn't matter. But go ahead and roll it. And you are passed out. All right. So, very well done, gentlemen. Yay! First round is over, and you're all still alive. Now you're gonna rest. You're gonna rest for 3 hours. So you're all gonna make 3 rolls to heal stun damage.
Okay.
So body plus your willpower 3 times. Add all your hits together, and that's what you heal.
Do you minus your wounds when you're doing those rolls though?
No.
What was the formula again?
Body plus willpower.
Okay, and are they sexist or something?
I got 2.
And you roll it 3 times. So you heal 2 boxes.
3 is my first roll.
We get how many rolls?
You should not have your wounds modifier on. You get 3 rolls. Because 3
How do
hours, you get to do
How
it
do you
once.
turn?
Oh,
How do
oh.
you turn the modifier off?
The wound toggle switch on the top, you want to make sure it's turned off.
Yeah, mine was on.
Because it's
So
giving you guys
fine.
subtractions you shouldn't have.
Okay, so
Oops.
let me do that again.
So everyone re-roll that if you
I got
roll.
3 and 4 at 7.
Yeah, because I was having, I was had -3s and all the. Oh, so I got there. It's
Oh,
okay.
hot.
Oh wait, do I? No, the
I turned it off.
Nice. I got 10 back.
I got 5. Still pretty stunned.
But I'm still drugged up.
Oh yeah, you still have the prison drugs going.
I got 2.
There you go. So everyone heals stun and only stun up to that total amount.
Okay.
Thanks. It was like
I
This
just
is-
go sit against the wall.
Well, you're
And
drugged up.
they deliberately
on the floor.
didn't question Shady.
You got shot up and passed out before you even made it to the chair.
Okay.
That's why.
That was how they interrogated you. With the
Yeah.
shotgun.
Intimidation tactics. That was my second guess anyway.
Okay, so 3 hours passes. Is anyone going to do anything at this point?
Is there anything I can do with those parts from the camera?
Not without a kit of any kind. You just have a bunch of parts and wires. And some wires sticking out.
I
of the
just lay
wall.
on the floor, kind of pulling the wires out. I try to find a really long piece of wire that maybe could be used as a groat that I can give to Shady May or Dr. Giggles.
Okay.
I don't have unarmed combat.
I do. I downloaded it before they threw me in here. Yep, unarmed combat.
So they walk in again. outside the cell, and they motion for Almari, or they start to grab him. Is anyone going to do anything while everyone else is covering this guard? Same thing. Bonecracker, 2 guards plus the 3rd. They're taking Almari.
I'm not gonna fucking help them harm.
Okay,
my
but you're
people.
not going to stop them either?
No, I wasn't gonna stop them before. I just wasn't gonna help them.
Okay. All right, Almari, you are brought again to the chair. And this time you are asked... Why did you leave the copy of Aaron's manuscript at the APN headquarters on their dead leaders, Eric?
Fuck, Wintry. You're ugly when you smile.
And you feel pain. Resist 4 stun.
Is this with a -10? Oh no, because they
No, they give you an antidote to interrogate you.
Well,
Body-
now we know he's not too pretty to torture.
do I wounds, right? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it didn't
Alright.
capture. It didn't capture the wounds. I toggled it before.
Oh,
Let me roll that again.
and you're just rolling. Okay, you're not rolling body and willpower, right? You're just running one or the other.
Oh, that's right. I just need to roll 1.
Yeah, whichever's higher.
Nope. Damn it. Willpower.
All right, we'll get there.
None. There we go.
Take 4 stun, and then roll it again for the interrogation. Oh, nice. Okay. And then he's going to ask you, who told you to attack the APN?
The fucking dolphin, man.
And take 4 stun. And then roll for the interrogation.
Oh, I don't need to roll. So if I take 4 stun, I'm unconscious again.
Okay, and then roll the interrogation. Holy shit. Okay, and then they drag you back. Everyone roll perception while that was going on. Who was in the cell?
Okay.
They drug me up and antidote me and all that.
Yep,
Yep.
rinse and repeat. Rinse and repeat.
Drug
Okay.
me up before
Shady.
you go.
Atari, you can hear the buzzing that Shady keeps talking about every time the lights flicker and there's a buzz that you hear. You can hear it now. Shady, you've been able to pinpoint the buzzing is coming from the door every time that the power
Okay.
seems to sap.
I
Okay.
kind of look around like I'm listening. Like, huh? And kind of tilting my
Yep.
head a little bit.
Yep. All right. And then the guards come back, throw in Almari, looking worse for wear, and they point at you, Atari, and they say, "You outside."
Shit. I stumble. I stumble to the door. I'm like, I can barely walk, man. I can barely walk. Yeah.
This time when they... I'm sorry, go ahead.
And so I'm trying. I just make it look like I'm really struggling. And then I just fall flat on the floor.
And that's it.
That's it. I just lay there like I'm dead.
Okay. You hear Bone Crack say, "Shoot him in the back to make sure." He says it loud to make sure you can hear. Do you do anything?
I crawl a little bit. I'm not quite dead yet.
Just a little bit dead.
Okay. You get close enough to the door, one of them grabs you by the armpit and drags you out. Takes you to the chair.
This time, as the door closes and they're walking, I'm gonna move up. And these are bars, right?
Oh shit. Those are bars. Yeah, it's a barred door.
Okay. And she's gonna watch as they wheel him down, looking concerned.
All right. Everyone roll perception. Actually, it doesn't really matter at this point. It's the door.
Well, I don't.
Exactly.
But Shady does.
As she's standing at the door and he's being wheeled down the hall, she's gonna go subvocal and say, "Who's live?"
We don't have our comm links
I
in.
don't have my comm link. So not me.
Only those with implanted.
Giggles.
Yeah, I don't have my comm link either.
Oh, you fucking noobs, all of you.
You hear static. You hear static. Very smart, but unfortunately, you hear static. Oh my god.
Giggles, you do see her looking at you, kind of looking pissed off.
I just feel like, what?
What did I do?
Atari has a plan, but he was the one that got picked. God damn it.
I'm not looking.
Damn it.
The mages can't really do anything, so it's up to you
Nope.
guys.
Yep.
Levitating out of
Fucking
this
son
one.
of a bitch.
Jailbait.
You hear a faint sound like a siren. It gets closer, but not much louder. Then this tiny model car of a Lone Star Patrol 1, lights flashing and siren wailing and everything, whizzes in through the bars and thuds into your foot. What in the frag? This deep, hoarse voice with a slight lisp comes from the door. Could I have my police car back, please? A tough-looking troll is looking down at you through the bars. His mouth hangs open in a slack-jawed smile as he points to the toy. My big brother gave it to me on my last birthday. This one's got a big brother? Oh, shit. The troll glances shyly at your face. Say, are you crooks? Are you Adele, huh?
Shady's not going to reply, but she'll bend down and pick up the car.
Okay, just as you do that, the guard comes up behind the troll and says, "Beat it, Phoebe. You ain't supposed to be here." Troll looks around at him. "But they got my car. Marty gave it to me." "So they got your fragging car. Nobody's supposed to be talking to him, Trog. So buzz." The troll backs away, looking dazed. He stammers and a tear rolls down one of his warty cheeks. Then he breaks into a toothy smile and says, "Marty!" An arm wraps around the guard's neck as his weapon is plucked away. You hear a crunching thud as Bone Crack slams the struggling merc into the wall and presses a forearm against his windpipe. The merc gasps for air as the samurai increases the pressure. "You don't talk to my brother that way, chummer," says Bone Crack with an icy calm. "Ever." You hear a couple more cracks. His hands blur and there's a flurry of meaty impacts and the guard sinks to his knees, drooling onto the floor. "Now pick up your piece and get back on the job. Frag with him again and I'll kill you." He turns away from the guard, mercenary glaring at Bone Crack's back with hatred. He walks slowly up to the bars and studies you guys for a moment. "So how about the kid's car?"
How close is he to the bar?
Pretty close.
Don't fuck with Bone Crack.
No, not Bone Crack, isn't it? It's a mercenary.
The mercenary's not close. No, he's standing back.
Bone Crack came up to us.
Oh, Bone
Yeah,
Crack.
Bone
is
Crack
close.
beat the shit out of him.
Yeah, I was just gonna. You just
Oh.
watched them beat the crap out of him. Yeah, you're gonna surprise
Well,
him.
I'm barely conscious.
It's true.
How
I need my.
how close is the younger brother to the bars?
Not close. He's standing back behind Bone Crack.
I need my
Um,
medallion. I'm hurting, guys. I'm hurting bad.
Shady's going to run her hand along the bottom of the car and just feel if there's anything just in case. And then she's gonna slowly hand it to him.
Okay, roll perception. While you do this, the young troll looks over at Bonecrack. Why are they in jail, Marty? They aren't crooks, are they? Bonecrack just keeps diverting these questions. Tells the young troll go back to his room. Troll starts walking off, but is craning his neck to look curiously back at you guys.
Is Bonecrack a troll?
No, Bonecrack is not a troll.
I yell as
Okay,
loud
I
as I
didn't think
can.
so.
Not.
You don't have to
crook.
come from the same race to be that race. That's not how the
Mutagen works.
that's not how the mutant. You can be a troll born from humans. You can have a human brother, a human mom, dwarven dad.
Can't
be a troll.
trolls. Give
Almari's parents were human.
I say, we're not crooks. Drog. Not crooks at all. I'm a teacher. A teacher.
As they're walking away, he said he teaches him, Marty. Maybe he can teach me. No, Iggy, come on. And they walk off.
I sell noodles.
And while that's happening in Atari, you are being interrogated.
Yeah, I was presuming that while that was going on, that buzzing happened again.
Yes, it will be. Yep. It's
It
the
will
door.
be. It hasn't happened yet.
Well, it was happening while all that was going on. Yep.
Yeah.
Have I heard the buzzing yet, or am I still oblivious?
You're unless Shady's shared it with the group. Oh no, you hear the buzzing. You don't know where it's coming from.
Oh, okay.
Atari. Dr. What asks you, who hired you to attack Aaron's friend, the Baron Munchausen?
The Baron what?
And you feel pain, resist force stun.
All right.
Dr. What doesn't like to wait for answers. Even though it was Atari the whole time.
Okay, you take 4 stun, and then roll versus interrogation. Roll the willpower again.
Is that the willpower plus body or just willpower?
Nope, just willpower. Just willpower. All right, 1, 2, 3. How much were you paid to steal the Pandemonicus from the Baron?
Your mom.
And you feel pain. Resist against force stun. Wintry just snorts. Pathetic. And then roll again against the interrogation. You take 4 stun.
And I'm out.
Okay, you are out. As you fade off, you hear Dr. Watt turn to Wintry and say, I believe we have squeezed this one of all the information he knows. I won't need to see him again. And they drag you back to the cell, dump you in, and now they point to... Actually, they're going to grab up Mississippi.
No!
Anyone going to
He's
resist?
He's gonna squeal.
I'm out, so I can't do anything.
All right, everyone roll for stun except for Atari to heal stun because it's been an hour. So roll your body willpower
Without wounds.
without wounds.
So that means you click.
I know, this is
body,
more complicated than I thought it would be.
I have a
and
plan.
then
I'm just
you hit
knocked out.
submit, and then you select attribute. Okay, I got 2 back.
Yep, you got 2. you
Don't
got
take
2.
me, guys.
Mississippi, you get a roll also
Oh, okay.
before your interrogation starts. So they get a milk more out of you.
So when someone comes back, how many are there?
There are the 2 guards plus Bonecrack, and then there's the 1 guard that's always looking over you guys that, changes shifts every few hours with someone else.
When do I get to
This
roll?
time, This time when the buzzing goes, Shady's gonna act.
When Mississippi gets back. All right. There is buzzing.
Okay, she's gonna force the door open and charge the mercenary.
All right.
You're not going to coordinate that with Giggles or anybody?
I mean, it's kind of hard given that we don't have subvocals.
He's right there. He's right next to you.
He'll act once he sees it happening.
Roll strength.
She has faith in that.
Roll strength. And Mississippi, you are asked. Who hired you to break into Sylvan?
Who asked?
Who asked? Who had you hire? Who hired you to break into Sylvan? Sylvan Information.
There was a guy that Atari knew. It's all him. He's led me down this bad path. It was all
And you
his
feel
fault.
pain. And you feel pain. Resist 4 damage. Shady, you slam into the door very hard. And it doesn't give. You have a feeling that if the system just had a little bit more of a surge to weaken the maglock connection, that you could probably force the door, but the lock just isn't quite. The surge isn't quite enough to break that bond. And the mercenary yells at you to knock that off. That if you hit the door again, he's gonna freaking shoot you. All right, and then Longstreet roll willpower again against the interrogation test, and also take 3 stun.
Isn't this stuff going to
there we
set
go.
off my adrenaline pump?
You want it to? I mean, it
Well,
doesn't.
no.
You can keep control of it, unless you're in a highly,
So being electrocuted isn't highly stressful.
I was gonna say, yeah. I mean, man, do we have to make it any more complicated? Yeah, we can roll it if you want. I mean, it's to your detriment. It's not a good thing
Well, no. I was
because
just
when
bringing
it
that
wears
up.
off, yeah. No, we'll say no for now. The shock treatments are keeping it from flaring up on you. We'll
Okay.
I
say.
finally
Or they
resisted
inject you with something.
one of his willpower things.
One of his interrogations, yeah. So it'll last longer for you.
Can I cast a spell, or would it like I'm
Are you
strapped
going
down?
to?
Powerball.
I can't get them all.
Just get. Who cares if you're gonna go down fighting, man.
Should I just drop a Force 10 napalm in the room?
Oh yes, you should. Whatever
I
it
mean,
takes.
Wintry is standing there. You are strapped to the chair.
Oh, well,
Whatever
that's
it
what I'm
takes.
saying. Oh, that's right. I only need my. No, I don't have anything that would.
I don't think you've even peeked an eye in the astral yet.
Actually, that's a good idea. I simple action switch to astral.
Okay. You switch to astral partly to try and escape the pain and mute it a little more in the physical world, and also to kind of take a bearing on your surroundings while you can still put 2 thoughts together in your head. And you see standing next to you a very bright, glowing, obvious, because he wants you to know, astral signature of Lancelot Wintry, holding a very large, bright, glowing sword. And he just motions at you and just kind of swings his sword like a no, like a ah.
I
Don't
say,
even think about it.
Wintry, can you get me my medallion? I need it. I'm sick, man. I'm sick. I need it close to me. I'm hurting. Guys, can you help me out?
He says, return to your body or I will kill you.
Well, I only have my eyes. I don't leave my whole body.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Yep. You just feel pain. Take 4 stun. But you see him guarding there astrally.
While this is going on, Shady's going to get Giggle's attention.
Ooh, roll 2.
Take 2 stun and roll it again.
I just kind of look at Shady.
Are you understanding what I'm saying? Is this registering with you?
I nod.
Damn it, he won.
Are you hearing the buzzing in here?
Am I
I'm
hearing
resisting
yeah,
stronger
yeah,
than
You're
I have.
hearing the
nod.
buzzing. Yes, you're hearing the buzzing. What's that, Mississippi? Are you still awake?
Yeah, I'm only down 5. I'm doing good, man. I'm like, I
All
could
right.
do this all day. Teach me this in my elite training. You guys screwed with the wrong guy. Except that it was
You went from innocent professor to
Yeah.
fucking.
Why
I'm a
did you
ninja. I'm a ninja,
Why-
motherfucker.
it's like Indiana Jones 4 when they reveal he's been in the FBI for 20 years or what, special forces.
So they ask you, why did you leave all the severed fake elf ears at the Barrens?
Dude, Atari is a psycho. He's a freaking full. I would not screw with that guy. He will hunt you in your dreams.
And you feel pain, resist 4 damage. Everyone else, go ahead and do your stun damage roll, body plus willpower to heal it. Okay, Mississippi, take 2 stun, and then roll it again for
Oh
interrogation.
yeah, fuck yeah.
Wow, Atari.
Yeah, I start pulling myself together.
Ooh, I got 2 successes again.
Hey,
I'm resisting this.
I say real quietly in the room. Anybody else? Anybody else there not buzzing?
He's
nod.
close. He's close enough there, so you probably were hearing. I mean, unless you were completely unconscious.
I was completely unconscious.
Oh, okay. Just quietly, she's like, "Yeah, that's what we're talking about."
Look, I'm thinking that this torture machine they got going on is probably weakening some of the electronics in here. If we could maybe really piss them off and get them to crank it up, maybe we could, I don't know,
On my-
bust out of here.
I'm on my 4th round here. Mississippi's his little dwarf body's taking a lot of a punishment here.
Yeah, we don't know that. All we know is bzz, flicker, flicker, flicker.
Yeah. Are they
I got to
electrocuting
roll
you?
to resist his next interrogation, right?
He hasn't given it yet. I'm letting these guys do their
Listen,
thing. They're-
maybe I can.
Are they electrocuting you?
They have been.
Yeah.
Okay,
right-
so
Can,
the
right.
you, can you
buzzing,
do something with the camera wire?
the buzzing that you're hearing is coming from the door.
Okay.
You
well,
might be able, if we do what you say, if we can get them to crank it or whatever. I'm formulating something myself.
Okay. Here's
Or
what,
if there's something
You
else,
guys may
here's
be
what I
able
can
to
do.
force the
Listen,
door
here's the
open.
plan. Here's the plan. I'm gonna bang on the door, try to get them to take me again, because you guys are stronger than I am. You
Can't
and Dr.
you, like-
Giggles can rush these guys. I'll push them real hard, try to get them to crank it up on me. But I'm just asking that you come and find me.
Can
Can't
you access
you-
your arm to overload or take a lot more juice?
Yeah.
Atari, hearing Shady, talk about the door and how when the electricity hits, it buzzes, and him trying to slam into it. You feel that if there's a little more of a surge, something more that's added to the power system to overload it, when this is happening and someone barges into the door, it should be enough to make it weak enough.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. If I can convince them to crank up the juice, right, on the
Well,
torturing,
can't you-
or are you
can't
saying
you
like,
do-
would Atari know how to jury? I don't have any tools or anything, but to jury rig like parts of the camera into my cyber arm or something to crank up more power.
Well, you have some camera wires hanging
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
That you can try and short circuit somehow. It would have been easier if Shady hadn't ripped the whole camera off the wall. But the
Oh,
power
you're-
wires
maybe
are
some-
still there.
Oh, so maybe
and
I
there
can.
is a light. There is one light above the sink.
Okay, so
cell.
okay, so there's a light in here. All right, so
Those
let
are
me.
the only 2 electrical sources.
All right, I'm gonna pull cables out of this camera, and kind of twine them together to make one big long line, and I'm going to try to hook it up to the camera, and then run the other end over to that. I'm not gonna hook it up to the light, but the next time that thing goes off, I'm gonna tap into that light to try to create a bigger surge then.
All right. Almari, or I'm sorry, Mississippi, you're asked, how much were you paid to attack the APN? Or did I already ask you that? I don't
Yeah,
think
you.
I asked you that.
No, you
Did
haven't
I
asked me that. You've asked the other guys that.
Okay, I'm asking you that now.
I was paid $50,000.
Is that like your guys' code? That's great.
Isn't-
Take 4 stun. That's so great.
All right.
Come on,
So
this is my 3rd round. I'm doing good, guys.
okay, so
And then roll for interrogation. And then you guys hear the buzzing and the lights flicker.
Oh,
so
shit.
I look at Shady and hit that light with the other cable.
Okay. A bunch of sparks fly.
She's gonna hit the
And-
door.
Okay, roll strength.
I failed both.
Please,
And I'm
God,
gonna be
don't
following
glitch.
behind her.
Jesus, you did, Longstreet. How much stun do you have?
I have 3.
I hope you're following stronger than I am.
Yeah, you take 2 stun. Okay,
Take 2 stun.
the door busts open.
I take 2 stun, so I have
Wow.
one left.
Take 2 stun, so you're still awake.
Okay, yeah. So Shady, I mean, if she can, she's gonna instantly rush this guy as well.
I'm rushing him also.
I'm gonna run
she
to
has-
Almari.
She has that length of cord that Atari had initially given us, wrapped
Yep.
around her hand. So it's wrapped a couple times around her hand, but then she's got a bunch of loose, so she can drop it and grab it by the other side if she needs it.
Okay. So, Giggles and Shady, I'll give you 1 attack on this guard because he really wasn't expecting this. So I will give you a surprise.
I'm gonna do a football attack.
Okay, so do an unarmed combat.
I don't have unarmed combat. I'm just
Oh,
just
Jesus.
throwing myself at his legs.
I literally have unarmed combat. Out of 4.
Okay, roll agility.
Oh, I gotta put this back.
Nope, he steps out of the way.
Is he wearing a helmet?
Lunge misses him. He is. It's open face, but he is wearing a helmet.
All right, she's gonna she's gonna try and follow his stepping out of the way and grab him. I'd like to get him into a chokehold.
Okay, go ahead and do unarmed.
Fucking hell.
Edge is a good thing,
Yeah,
guys.
that's probably
Yeah, edge.
Definitely.
All right, so you are
Definitely,
succeeding.
definitely. So I
What
got him
is
in a
your
chokehold.
Strength? No, what is your strength?
5.
Do they get any bonuses for flanking or anything like that?
Dungeons and Dragons.
Multiple opponents, yeah. But Giggles isn't really considered an opponent. He's just sprawled on the floor. Kind of doing a fish out of water maneuver. Okay, Shady, you are grappling the mercenary.
Yeah, I want to get him in
Take his gun.
chokehold, so arm around the neck and shit. Choke him out or rip his head off, one or the other.
Okay. Subduing. Melee attack like normal. If you're successful, compare strength and net hits against the physical limit. Oh, it's physical limit. Okay, I thought it was body. His physical limit, oh, is 6. And you, 5. You rolled a 6. Okay. If the attacker exceeds, it grapples and is immobilized. Causes no damage. Okay. So it did not exceed, it equaled. His physical limit is 6, you did 6. So if you get one more, you'll have him grappled and subdued.
Okay. Well, that's the attempt. As soon as I get a chance.
So do you want to roll an edge?
Yes.
Okay. So roll your attack again.
Any
With an additional -2. Because you don't re-roll hits.
mhm.
Okay, he is subdued. You have him in a chokehold.
Okay. She's gonna choke him out until he's unconscious, and just quietly, the giggles. She's like, "Get the gun."
Yeah, I'm gonna grab the shotgun.
All right, you grab the shotgun.
I'm-
All of a
Atari, get
sudden,
the-
Mississippi, you see Lancelot jump up and yell out to the 2 guards, and the 3 of them run out. And then Dr. What is going to ask you, how much were you paid to attack Sylvan Information?
I'm gonna
Fucking nuke him.
yeah, I'm gonna cast a spell right at him. Loud.
All right, your answer is going to be a spell. Excellent. Go ahead and cast it.
I think I have it programmed for my +2, so I got to do a -2.
Yeah, I know Bryce likes to separate us from our gear, but I never thought he'd actually separate us this much.
It wasn't enough. I got to do more.
I'm
Son
taking
of a
everything.
bitch.
No one's dead yet.
I'm gonna use an edge and re-roll that.
Okay.
Whoo. Force 10.
And I'm yelling. I yell out,
Freedom.
"There can be only one!"
Okay.
Oh yes, there can be only
There
one.
you go.
Oh, let's see, -3. I'll keep the drain of 7. So 5 total successes.
Okay. He gets blasted back against the wall and passes out.
I'm gonna use another edge.
You lucky bastard. Getting to take that fucker out.
No kidding.
Frack. Now I'm sucking. Then I pass out.
Well, no, that's physical damage, right?
No, the hits were not more than his magic.
Yeah, I'd have to.
Oh, it's hits.
It's hits, yeah. But with a force of 10, your limit's 10. So if he had rolled 10 hits, then yeah, that'd be physical. So
That's
instead,
what,
he
I was
takes-
actually hoping for physical. Cause
So he goes flying across the wall, passes out, and then you pass out from the exertion.
Oh, I see
Alright.
why I was doing so shitty. I had a ton of wounds. God
You're all
damn it!
beat up.
Yeah, all
Yeah,
of us
you guys
do,
are
yeah.
all beat to shit. All right. So you guys have a passed out mercenary.
All right, I'm gonna run
Took
out
a little
here.
while, but he finally did.
I'm searching him. I'm searching him for something to use as a goddamn weapon.
Yeah, I mean, does he have a
A
knife on
knife
him?
or anything?
So he has got an Enfield shotgun filled with gel rounds.
That's what I have.
He's got an Ares Predator heavy pistol with normal rounds.
Shady May.
Yes, please.
He's got an armored vest.
I'll take that. Thank you.
He's got a micro. He's got a micro transceiver.
I'll take that as well.
He has a giant hammer, like a big club,
Oh, I'll take the hammer. I can do something
like a
with
modern day mace.
that. Yep. I got well, hold on. Can I do anything with that? I don't think I can. I have
It's club.
Yeah.
Skills club or
I have
close combat.
I have unarmed. I have blades. I've got firearms, so I can't use it. Somebody else can use it.
That was an Ares what?
Ares Predator. Heavy pistol.
And how many rounds?
Full clip plus another.
You said that was like an armor vest or something?
There was an armored vest. Yep.
Okay.
I'll take his helmet.
Yep, he has a helmet.
I put his helmet
It's armor
on.
rating 2. Yeah, it only adds 2 to your armor because it's open faced.
Oh my god.
He does have a inhaler of jazz.
He straps it around his waist.
I put on his pants. I want his pants.
What a
Yeah, I mean, do we
gentleman.
have time to take his shirt off? Shady might want to put that on.
Dr. Giggles is gonna put the helmet on and nothing else. Get some armor.
That's hilarious.
I gotta protect my head.
Actually, to be quite honest,
That's
Shady
me putting on pants.
wouldn't even think about the shirt. She'd be getting the gun prepped and ready, and then gesturing to Giggles to move down the hallway because obviously they're going to be coming from this
I feel
direction.
sick, guys.
Yeah, is anyone helping Elmari as he's like worm crawling out of the cell?
Fucking sick.
Crawl faster.
He thinks he's talking to you, but it's really just coming out as moaning and drool.
You can do it, Almari. Keep going, buddy.
Okay, Shady, roll perception.
Okay. As she's moving down the hallway, she's gesturing to Giggles to follow.
I'm
Or
him out.
Giggles and Atari. Perception, you said.
Are these empty cells?
Those are doorways. These are cells. Yeah, I guess I can show you that now. Those are all cells. Those are regular doors.
Fuck, we should just check that door he was guarding and see if it leads out and just leave the professor. He's been so hot and cold with his concern about Shady.
Well, being that you work for Lucifer, that would be par for the course. Just prove me right. We knew who you worked for all along.
Okay, hallway seems clear. You do see the obvious camera at the end there, which is just like the camera that's been staring at you on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
Atari, take it out. Oh wait.
Shady asks Giggles, where's the door that they're taking you to? Is it in this hallway?
This naked black man with a helmet on.
Well, I was thinking that to make it even worse, I was thinking she was kind of crouching down, looking around the corner, eye level.
You see at first what you think is an elephant. You're thinking the torture has gotten to your head, but then you realize it's just Giggles.
And that I haven't been tortured yet.
Oh, that's right. Oh, man.
No, she took a blast to the chest.
He's
Yeah,
Atari
it
Atari
hurts
says, "Look, we
free.
gotta hurry. We gotta hurry because Mississippi is still down there. He hasn't come
Hey,
back yet.
Atari's making sense.
Yeah, so
We don't have time to be sneaky. Go, go, go! I'm gonna run.
Okay.
Okay.
Run.
She's gonna have to follow because she hasn't been to the room. So
All right, I am going to actually run. Damn it! Too weak. I'm trying to run.
You're not drugged up.
I was tortured, man. Let's go, 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 go! Kick open the door. Oh, I hit this guy with a hammer like 100 times. I'm just like, motherfucker! Now, at least 6 times.
Make it 7.
7 times it is. And one more for Dr. Giggles.
I want to try to
You're
look
like-
around for the
This is for my-
antidote.
Okay, you look around for what?
The antidote.
Okay, you look around for the antidote as Atari is just turning Dr. What into just pulp
Yep.
and making this very ugly mess in the corner.
Are there any trauma patches in here or anything I can bring Mississippi back with?
All right.
Yes,
I don't
search the
know,
room.
that
Toss
jet.
the room.
Hit him with that jet, man. Didn't you grab the jet off the guy? That inhaler?
Smash this hammer. All right, smash the camera.
The
Yeah, Shady's
infirmary.
pulling this camera
No-
also.
All right, there are
Nobody-
2 rating 3 med kits. A deluxe stabilization unit, so just something that can keep someone from dying. Some drug lockers filled with various antidotes, including the prison drugs. 4 level 5 stim patches. 4 level 5 trink patches.
Okay. So, the antidote. Hey, Giggles, can you hit me with this shit? I don't know how this shit works. How do you take this stuff?
And then all sorts of just medical equipment.
What were go now? What level first aid kits?
Level 3, 2 of them.
But
Yeah.
there wasn't.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, is there anything you can do to help? I've been stunned.
I mean, that's what stim patch.
Oh man, give me a stim.
How do they work?
I need a stim patch too.
They
yeah.
minus their rating to the stun damage for hours equal to the rating or something like that, and then they
Yeah, I got
take-
it. I got it here. Removes boxes stun damage equal to rating. The effect lasts for rating times 10 minutes. After that time, the patient takes rating +1 unresisted stun damage, which may well become physical overflow by that.
Can't you?
it has a rebound when it wears off.
Can't you use the med kit to heal some of the stun though?
Can you?
Yes,
Beans that you are a medic.
because when you heal, you have to heal the stun before you heal the physical. Hold on a sec. Let me look.
I need drugs.
Hit me with it, Dr. Giggles.
Dr. Giggles relapse is in here.
Yeah, stun or physical. Yep, for wounds. So yes.
Oh, okay. So, I just had to open.
So
I
you can
would
roll your
use-
first aid. You'd add the med kit modifier, med kit times 2. Actually, no, times 1.
med kit times 1.
Yeah, or the med kit rating to the roll. Sorry, I'm saying it strangely. So roll your first aid and add the med kit rating as a modifier. Are you going to do this right here in this room right now?
Yeah.
Okay, it's a complex action for each person you heal this way. You know the
Okay.
other guards ran off, but you don't know where to for how long.
Just slap a
I
stim
need
patch on
I
me
need
and we'll
the
go.
I need the prison drugs first. Can you administer that?
Give him,
Well, let
give him,
me,
all right, this is taking too long. Give him the stuff and let's get out of here.
Well, I'm unconscious, so
Okay, I got first aid of 8 on Mississippi.
Mississippi, you heal 8 stun. Atari, you can grab a stim patch and slap it on yourself.
I do that.
Okay, you get
I'm
5
alive!
stun. 5 stun for 50 minutes.
Okay.
Mississippi, you are awake to the most gorgeous black man you've ever seen.
With a helmet.
whew, that is a large man.
Let's
I'll
go.
hit the
Let's go, you
stim
guys.
patch as well.
There's a 2. Okay, so you get 6 stun, not 8. You get 6 because there's a 2
Okay.
threshold that you have to meet. I'm sorry, Almari.
I'll slap on a stun patch.
Okay,
Stim
5.
patch.
5. You get back 5 stun for 50 minutes.
Okay, and then I need the prison drug antidote.
Okay, Giggles knows exactly what that is.
Yeah, so I'll administer that.
I
Okay,
look at
that's
I look
2
at
complex actions.
I look at Shady and I head down this way to check the store.
I'm gonna use
She'll
I'm
cover.
gonna use first aid on myself.
And then I'm going to cast
Shady, have you taken stun damage? 'Cause
From
remember
the shotgun, yeah.
The tokens are not linked. Just remember that. So you got to update your token. Giggles, you as well.
Oh, yeah. What color
On
is
the
So I know it's
Yeah,
a pain,
but,
but that way I know who is what.
she's fully recovered, but I do have to adjust the health because she is down 1.
So
But
at
her stun's fully
Yep.
recovered.
Okay.
at 4, I get 2 stun back.
Correct. And that's going to be a third complex action.
Yeah.
Shady, Mississippi, and Atari roll perception. Yeah, Atari, I'm looking that up.
Which is stun. Must be.
It's
gonna-
unlocked.
I'm gonna summon a spirit.
Yeah, is the blue which is stun and which is
Blue is stun. Wait. Yeah, blue is stun.
and are the numbers listed here supposed to equal the boxes that we have?
What the heck?
Yeah, so like my green bar says 9 out of 9 because I have 9 physical on my track. And my
Mhm.
blue says 11 out of 11 for stun because I have 11
Whoops.
boxes. But now it says 9 out of 11 because I hit that stim patch, so
Mm-hmm.
which is good enough.
Well, I'm going to grab those trank patches.
All right.
Damn it.
Perception, Atari, and Shady. Did you roll your perception?
I
Yes,
got a
you did
1.
up there. Okay. Longstreet, you got a 1. Atari and Shady, especially Shady, you hear footsteps coming down this hallway.
Which hallway? That
Down
one?
here, like from up where you can't see yet.
All right.
Obviously, wherever they ran to, they're running back.
Okay.
Shady didn't hear it.
Shady
I didn't
heard it.
roll a new. I didn't roll a
Oh.
new perception. That was from the last one.
Oh, Atari, you heard it. That is the storage room, Atari. In there, you see all your gear.
I shout at everybody, our gear. And then I run in.
So I'm
Is
gonna
there
cast,
a
She's
window
down
in
there.
here?
I'm gonna cast real quick.
Is this a window?
There's
I'm
one
gonna
window.
cast a physical barrier.
There are no windows here.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast a physical barrier across this little section to block us in.
Yeah. Let me start getting our gear on.
Hold on. Let me catch up now to everyone. Almari, you summoned. I got 2 success, so you take 4 drain, and you have
Okay.
three services.
I tell it to.
Where is this water spirit coming from? There's no water.
There's a wash basin in the room right here.
Okay.
Aren't people composed of water? There's
So-
a liquidated Dr. What over there.
So while Giggles is doing all his healing, you fill the basin up with some water, and you get this little water spirit going.
I tell it to manifest and defend us.
So it materializes. I mean, you guys are still mostly naked. You really want to fight?
No, I'm grabbing our stuff.
No.
I'm gonna cast a physical barrier across this.
We're gonna grab it and then we're gonna run.
Giggles, Almari, Atari, everyone in that storage room, roll perception.
Okay.
Really quick before you cast that spell, Mississippi.
4.
4.
Atari and Hans, you easily notice a secret door.
Oh.
Sweet. All right. Yeah.
Can't believe you guys went straight here.
Oh man. I just started looking for a nearest door. I was just like, how the hell do we get out of here?
I mean, out of this whole fucking building, you guys went straight to where your gear and the secret door
Yes.
is.
Yeah, it is pretty awesome.
This way.
Well, let me block us off so they can't follow then.
Well, as soon as you're out of sight, the spell's going to drop unless you anchor it with karma.
Oh, I can't do that.
And you're leaving a trail of where you've been.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna put all my foci on, so I'm not so sick.
Who's got Dr. What all over their feet? Who's leaving bloody footprints?
Right?
Let's close the door.
I will. I'll tell the water spirit to, as we're like putting on our clothes and gearing up and shit like that. Are you casting a barrier, Mississippi?
I can't because it's right. It's line of sight. So as soon as we leave, it will be gone.
Well,
I'm
that
gonna discard the
might
helmet
save
with
us
shot.
for a little bit, though.
Okay. Yeah. Well, let's just put it right here. Or
Where?
actually,
Put it at the end of the hall.
no. We'll close the door
Well,
and put
he
it.
needs.
Sorry.
Yeah, close the door and put it on the inside of the wall.
Yeah, so they can't open it.
Okay, so this is a secret room. You see a second secret door. That's not what I wanted to do. Hold on a sec. The woes of a GM.
Ah, dang it. It won't let me click on my primary armor.
Maybe we should pile boxes against the door.
Doesn't somebody have a fucking grenade?
Yeah,
So
I do.
opening the door here, there's another secret door that empties into another hallway within the complex. And then there is another door that opens up into
There it
a
goes.
rough dug tunnel that starts to ascend and goes out beyond your view and starts to go up an underground tunnel. So you're obviously underground.
Taking the tunnel.
Shady's following.
And drop that shitty barrier.
Yeah, I was trying to keep you from the bother, but it's fine. Yeah, and as you go up to the hallway, that barrier just dissolves. As these guys go running up, unaware of where you guys went, because you didn't leave a trail. Maybe some blood splatters. And you go up and out. You go out maybe 100 meters, and you go up, I believe 30 meters is how far underground you were, roughly. And you come out in some woods. All right, so you come out into some woods outside this bungalow along a cliffside. Almari, roll memory. Yeah, nope.
All right, I'm gonna access.
Where did you go?
I'm gonna try to access the internet here with my comm link and try to get on Google Maps or whatever and figure out where the hell we are.
I wonder if there's a van inside this jet.
Giggles, where did you go? What did you do with yourself?
I was with the group.
Something happened to your token.
Is he back on the other map?
Maybe he.
No, I copy and paste.
Maybe he's under
I
a
had all
token.
you guys. I think he grabbed him the same time I did. It's something wigged out. All right, there. Now you're back. All right, so you guys are outside the compound. Where are you at on the GPS? You are in Seattle. I know that. You're in a secluded bungalow, private. You don't know who owns it. Cliff
I'm gonna-
overlooking the sea, road going through a woodland, which you just came out in the middle of. Does it not say where they're at? You're outside. You're outside Seattle here. Let me pull up the map.
Okay.
And pick out a place. It's not nowhere like specific. So you're just north of downtown along the docks. in this private area where some nice little bungalows are built up.
All right. So, what these look like, vacation homes or what?
Sure.
What the hell? This road here, is it like a driveway?
Exactly.
And can we see the main road from here?
Just barely through the trees. It's quite a ways down.
I bet there's a vehicle in this.
All right, let's. Yeah.
Building.
Yeah. You want to open it up, Giggles?
Yeah. Whoops.
I'm gonna cast increase reflexes.
Okay, cast it. You go to the garage door. You do see a camera there mounted on the outside.
I shoot it.
Roll. Nice. Nice,
I'll do
Almari.
1 round.
+4, +2. Roll drain.
Just tear it down.
Sweet.
No drain.
Oh, we do have silencers.
Giggles, you do have
Yeah.
to roll it.
Yeah, I am.
Jesus, 15. Yeah, it blows up.
I'm gonna cast my increased agility.
Okay, roll it. You guys open up the barn doors?
Yes.
Whoa.
Cannon pointed right at your face. Son of a.
Nope, you see an empty garage, room for 2 cars, currently empty.
Son of a bitch.
Well, shit.
Shit.
Camera inside.
I shoot it.
Okay, roll drain, Longstreet. You have a +1 to your agility. Roll it, roll to shoot.
Almari's pissed.
Yep, and tired,
angry.
beat up, and bruised.
I killed the fuck out of that camera.
Good job.
I'm gonna be sustaining it with my foci.
Almari's wondering if he should just turn into a fucking
It's dead.
bird.
I'm searching. I'm
fly
searching this
away.
address. Yeah. Yeah. I'm searching
Can't
this
we call-
address. Who's the owner? Who's
Do a
the owner?
matrix
Who's the
search.
owner? Yeah.
Do a matrix search.
Okay.
Can't we call the Uber or something?
Dock wagon.
I do
Right.
have a. Yeah, shouldn't the dock wagon have showed up when? Or were they blocking signals?
Matrix search is computer plus logic. Kappa data processing. Is that right?
Computer plus intuition, kappa data processing.
Computer plus intuition. Cap of data processing. Yeah.
This doesn't mean we have to go back in there and find that stupid chick, does it?
No.
No, fucker. It's all Atari's fault.
It does take you a little bit of time, so while they're doing the garage, you're sitting in the forest trying to figure out exactly where you're at. At first, you have trouble finding the location because it doesn't seem to be listed anywhere. So that's why it takes you some time to do some more digging in the matrix, but you're able to find in some government sites some references to this place. This is an old safe house. It seems to be a decommissioned safe house.
From the government, the UCAS.
Exactly. That's why it looks fairly. The layout looked fairly familiar as the interrogation.
What?
So
Infirmary.
these are all Atari's old friends.
No, this is a decommissioned. These were mercenaries, as you saw.
Yeah, it's
from
been
the
taken
badges
over by
and
another
whatnot.
group.
This is. Yep.
But how do they know everything we've done?
Well, they didn't know everything. They just knew certain things.
They know we were paid 50,000.
They were.
I just made up a number.
For everything.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't remember what we got paid.
I don't remember either.
So you guys beat feet down the road.
Yeah, I mean,
Along it, just off of it, but yeah,
Yes.
probably that's going to be our best.
Ducking in the trees.
Mhm.
Let's go into the river. That's
All
a
right.
cliff, though, right?
What was that? It's crazy
Bit of a cliff.
samurai, that crazy
30 meter.
add-up guy chasing after us or anything?
You guys escaped in the secret tunnel, which you stumbled across too easily. before they rounded the corner. But yeah, once again you stayed one fucking step ahead, as the prophets always do.
It's like
Despite what
we're
I do,
prophets.
right? No matter what I do, didn't even need Iggy to help you.
Yeah, I was so thought we were gonna have to like take him hostage.
He was, since you were nice to him during one of the interrogation rounds, he was going to bring his car back and give it to you, this time with something attached to it. So Shady, you had the perfectly, I had to like mute myself because I was giggling, because you were spot on when you were searching the car before you gave it back. You were just a little too soon. So everyone gets 1 karma for making it out alive.
Excellent.
Everyone gets an extra karma for breaking out of your cell on your own. And that's all this was worth in karma. Because you didn't beat the opposition, you don't get the other 2 karma.
Oh, we're gonna get our revenge.
Oh, we're coming
So
back.
who hired us?
Oscar.
We're gonna have
Oh,
we're
dear.
gonna have a little conversation with Bone Cracker.
We gotta go find
Yeah,
Where
we
does
gotta go.
Oscar
Dr.
live?
Giggle's van now. Is it impounded?
So
Yeah,
about
I
a
mean-
day later, you are able to track down your van. It has been impounded. It'll cost you $2,500 to get it out, and
Oh, that's
another $25,000 to fix.
Oh, okay, I can afford.
And it'll take a week.
Once
I think,
once we get
I
to
think
a
we should all
point
pitch
when we're
in for some of those repairs. You shouldn't have to pay for
Yeah,
all of
I'm-
those.
You can
I'm fine
negotiate
with
if
that.
you want. That's base. It's always base price.
Oh, I don't have negotiation. I mean, I end up going through my Russian. He's my mechanic. Alphonse Volkov. Loyalty 5, connection 4.
Yeah, no, you can get it repaired, no problem. You don't have to make any rolls for that. It's just if you want to negotiate the price.
Oh, I don't have negotiation.
Yep, that's fine.
What was the total cost?
To get it out, $2,500. To fix it, $25,000. So $2,750 total.
27,500.
What was that guy's name? Bone Cracker, the guy I recognized. Was that his name? Bone.
It was Bone Crack,
Bone Crack.
and Iggy seemed to be his brother. A troll, an adolescent troll.
And so for the vehicle repairs, that's $5,500 apiece.
Easy.
Great mission there, Atari.
You
Hey.
do call up Oscar and are like, "What the fuck, Almari?" He tells you that he didn't know that someone must have found out about the run and set up an ambush, but it was a legitimate run from a known Johnson.
See, it
He's
was
not sure
Almari's
what went
job.
wrong. He wasn't sure what went wrong. He'll give you 10 grand, and his loyalty will go up by 1.
He
He's
should pay.
sincere.
You should make him pay to fix the damn truck.
Oh yeah, the 10 grand.
Yeah, he'll give you 10 grand and you get +1 loyalty. He is being sincere. He had no idea that it was compromised information.
Okay.
We need to
Cool.
set up a maybe your contact can set up a meeting with Bone Crack.
All right. And Chummers, before we start the next chapter, is everyone okay going a little late tonight?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm fine.
Let's do a quick be right back because your GM needs to. And then we'll go ahead and start the next chapter, which is going to take place 4 days from today. All right? Be
4
right back.
days.
So if we put that 10,000 towards the vehicle, it brings everything else down to 3,500 for each of us.
Sweet.
Okay.
So 2,000.
I was I thought some of us were gonna die.
Yeah, we got some lucky rolls there in regards to figuring out that the door had its weak moments.
Well, we didn't spill the beans on shit either.
Mm-hmm.
Well, except that it's Ari's fault for getting us into this mess. But I should have been saying Almari.
Right. So they still didn't get any good information.
Um,
Who
I'm stepping away.
yeah, I'll be right back.
Who knows all this? Yeah, I'm gonna go run downstairs as well. I'll be right back.
I'm happy the doctor's dead.
Haha, me too.
Doctor, what happened to his fate? Actually, I picture the hammer scene from Kill List, except to the front of the face. Head.
Nice.
All right, sorry about that, guys. Are we still live?
Surprisingly.
Yeah.
I didn't know if we had the volume turned off, if you'd figured that out or what. Whew. Yeah, I just didn't want to quit. I had to deal with my dog and deal with myself as well, but mostly my dog. But I didn't want to quit because we aren't as far as I thought. We did good. You didn't get bogged down. That part can be real easy to get bogged down in. But I knew it'd be complicated, but I didn't know it'd be that complicated. Yeah. So
Episode 26, Naked and Afraid.
Naked and Afraid. Nice. I like it. Yeah, you guys made it out there so quick. You didn't really find out much about who your captors were. As a couple of you had pointed out, they were asking questions about a lot of your runs that seemed to be tied together. Like they were talking about leaving elf ears at the German castle, which that you had collected a bunch from the APN, or leaving the copy of the Pandemonicus title at the YET at Aaron's suite there at the YET headquarters. Sylvan information asking about them. And there does seem to be a few common links. The YET seems to be common in a lot of them.
Yeah.
Aaron the Scribe seems to come up a lot in all of these.
Well, you might need to pay that bastard a visit.
Now, you're able, obviously, to find out through Oscar, and Almari does believe him in earnest that it wasn't a setup. As far as the run itself, it was a legitimate run. It's just somehow the information got compromised, and they found out about it and turned it into a trap. Now, as far as the trap of the trap, that you don't know. Was that planned somehow with the first trap? Was the first trap made so the second trap could happen? Was the second trap just happenstance? Was someone just waiting for you to run into trouble? Or was it just some random thing that you're not so sure about, which you kind of doubt, because they were asking very specific things about a certain one of your runs, which all seem to be connected somehow. You're not exactly sure how. You're not exactly sure who kidnapped you. Okay.
All right, so I say we meet at the 10 stack. So
Sounds good.
You said
I
4
I
days,
think
right?
we should meet somewhere else and
Well, I gotta teach a class here. It's
Well,
been
over
4
the
days.
4 days, yeah, you'll be called in 4 days, but over those 4 days, you guys can meet up and talk, which you don't do very often. You can teach your classes, you can buy some gear, heal up, obviously, if anyone has any damage. That's only like a couple boxes physical. Buy gear, whatever you want to do.
What's the skill cost
edge.
for just one level skill? Is that 1 or 2?
skills is
twice
twice
as
the
much.
new rating.
Okay,
2.
thank you.
Yeah,
So if you wanted it at level 2, it'd cost you 4.
no, level 1. That's something.
Level 1, it'd cost you 2.
I'll finally get it.
Perception.
No, I have perception now.
Okay.
I bought perception last time. Now I'm going to buy a sensing, which most mages should have. But
Okay, I'm gonna spend my karma too.
Wait, so if you have automatic 7, it would be 16 to go up to 8?
Correct. For active skills.
Yeah, this is active.
Yes.
Almari, what's a sensing? Is that magic?
Yes, that's how you read auras and can find out things about auras. How strong they are,
Yeah.
who they are,
Oh, sorry. What was the main attribute?
cyberware.
I thought-
Intuition and whatever your casting attribute is.
Oh.
Or your limit is your social or your magic. I mean,
Yeah, social or mental, whichever's higher, is your magic pool. They don't do a good way of explaining that.
All right, so I order some extra strong coffee
I don't think
Extra
we
strong
should meet
pie.
at
and
the
yeah,
inside.
and I order 2 slices of pie. I deserve it.
You get the strawberry rhubarb this time.
the one place that we've always been to talk about business is here. I think we should go somewhere else.
I think they're bugging us. I mean, Atari said they've been bugging us for years. So
I pull out my bug scanner and scan our booth.
Yeah, you see a little sugar ant crawling across the table.
very funny.
I have a
You
bug
squished
scanner.
it.
Yeah, I
It's
have
biological. It's not a drone.
Yeah, I have a bug scanner. I pull it out and just wave it around.
What was the cost for a new scale at 1?
Go ahead and roll the rating times 2.
Okay, the ratings time
Wait.
2. Would be
Skill rating at 1 for an active skill would cost 2 karma.
Okay.
rating time. Sorry, you want me to roll the? So the rating on the bug scanner is 6. So I roll 12.
Roll dice. Yep. That's an excellent 1 die. Oh no, you did. Oh, you did it right. Awesome. Love it. Okay.
You
Yeah,
got
you can check
one
no bugs.
Holy shit! 1 success. I'm not wasting a karma on that. Sorry, guys. Or I'm not wasting the edge on that.
Why don't we
No,
just
no way.
meet somewhere else?
Oh, every day gives you an edge back, so you will have gotten 4 edge back.
No, that's
between now
fine.
and
They're not.
last.
What about stun damage? Is that gone?
That's all gone. You get that gone in a day.
How come my 1 block doesn't go away?
I think
You
they.
have to. You have
There it
to.
You click the
yeah.
track. Got it. You click where it says track.
I think they're somehow tapping into our Johnson's communications or something because it was obviously set
Now
up.
they didn't ask about all your runs. You know, they didn't say anything about the Nagas. They didn't say anything
They
about.
talked about the elf stuff.
Yep, Sylvan information, Baron Munchausen.
Did they know about the
APN
profits?
and the YET because the Sylvan information is where profits came from.
So who have been the Johnsons? There was
Murdoch.
Murdoch, the
in the
rich
notes.
guy.
Check the notes.
Yeah,
Where
Cliff
the
wrote
notes?
some pretty good notes. Yep, there were a few different Johnsons, but there were a couple different ones.
Think
Murdoch
Murdoch-
was, I think, on 2 of them.
You think this Murdoch guy setting us up?
All right, let's take a look. Murdoch.
They were all hiring you on someone else's behalf.
A shadow hire.
You mean Morlock?
Morlock? That's right.
Oh, Morlock? I thought his name was Mordock. Morlock.
Yeah, I
Let's
got
see.
J.P. Morlock.
Yeah, you have a. He hired you a couple times.
Yep.
Then there was Phoenix that betrayed us at one time,
Yeah,
right?
she's already on our shit list.
Didn't
Yeah,
she work
you
for
worked
him though?
You worked with her for Mr. Red and getting the wage slave back, and then you ran into her against the Nagas.
She tried to take the crown. Phoenix showed up, tried to take the magic crown. She fought us
So-
for it and then bailed.
Yeah.
That's
You
literally
know
what
she
the
worked-
note says.
Yeah. You know she works a lot for Mr. Red. You don't know if she works for anyone else.
That's
but you know
right.
she
Mr.
does.
Red was number 1. Our first job. Mr. Ren Raku, at the Den in downtown Seattle.
Charlie Horse was Laird's handler, right? Or Shady's?
Yes.
Yes.
Shady's. Okay. Ariel. Who was Ariel?
Ariel saved you, quote unquote, from the park, and then
Oh.
proceeded to apparently dump you off with these mercenaries who were torturing you and interrogating you. Now you never saw her. You don't know what became of her. Again, you got out of
Yeah,
there
she
so
turned
quick.
to smoke.
Yeah, and then you guys got out of there so quick that again you didn't stumble on any clues or search anything in the bungalow to discover.
So we
anything.
need to check her. We
All
need to check Bone Crack.
So Bonecrack, I share what I know about him. I'm like, hey, people know Bonecrack on the street. He is findable.
I think we should
Right.
set up an ambush for
And
him.
he said to me, because I knew who he was. And when I got pulled into that room, he was like, hey, nothing personal, Chummer. And like, yeah, you get that. It's kind of fucking personal.
Can we set up a ambush?
Well, I don't know if we need to set up an ambush. You heard, he was like, it's nothing personal. I think if
We just need to pay him.
people exactly,
he-
if somebody paid him, we just need to pay a little bit more to find out who
What if
offered
you
him the
reach out to
job.
him?
So
We'll reach out
Morlock-
to him when we have a plan.
Morlock hired us to hit Munchausen, right?
Yeah, he hired you to hit Munchausen, and he also hired you, I believe, to hit Sylvan information.
He
So he was part of
this Aaron guy. Okay, who was that elf that was in that room? What the hell was that guy's name? The
Wintry?
elf. Wintry? Yeah, what do we know about that guy?
He was just at the
You met him
The-
at the Yet party, the
Right.
recruitment
But
party.
did anybody know him or recognize him?
No, they sensed him, and he was of a very strong magic, some initiate level stronger than theirs.
And he was in the room.
He was there watching the interrogation the whole time, analyzing truth for one. He had the spell analyzing truth going, so he could tell if you were lying or not. And he was defending astrally in case a spellcaster acted up.
So we got two guys working kind of together. We got this Wintry and Bonecrack. Now, if we really wanted to get at Bonecrack, he was clearly very protective of his brother Iggy.
right. I think they're just mercenaries, but Wintry is part of the
The Yet party?
Yeah, he probably
Yeah.
has more
The young elven
influence given his
technologist?
arrogance.
right. And then there's the other faction, which is with the writer guy, right?
Aaron.
Aaron.
Aaron the Scribe. Yep.
And then Morlock is with Wintry.
Yet.
Wintry is with the Yet. Appears
Right.
to be.
And Morlock hired us on behalf of the Yet, right? Because we hit.
No.
So what are you thinking? Are you thinking that Morlock hired us to do these jobs and is then interrogating us to find out more about the jobs that he hired us for?
I'm just
Morlock,
trying
you'll
to-
remember, is a Mr. Johnson that does a lot of international jobs. Does a lot of fixer jobs for international.
So you think maybe he double crossed, like someone went to him for information and he gave.
So yeah, he
gave
wasn't
up
the
info on
source.
us.
Yeah, again, everyone who hired you was doing it on behalf of someone else in all of those runs. You never actually met the person who was wanting you to do it.
Oh, I thought
But they knew
Morlock,
about it.
Morlock was.
Well, yeah,
hiring
because they're the
two
ones who were setting it up. So,
So if those guys got captured, interrogated, they could have got our contact info and learned about our jobs.
that is true. And I mean, you guys aren't exactly secret anymore. You've made names for yourselves.
Yeah, we got street cred. We got like
One of the
five
last-
street
And,
cred.
and like, if all these things are connected to one thing, one opposing force, if you will, that opposing force may have on their own tied some of these strings together that come back to you over time, just like you are to the opposing force.
Mhm.
Is the Aaron the
If that
scribe?
makes sense.
He's
Without trying to give it away.
jealous of the prophets. Aaron the scribe. He's the mastermind. Or is it a dragon?
I don't even think we've even met Aaron the Scribe face to face.
That's what I'm saying. We don't know who he is. Maybe he's been with us. Maybe he's actually Shady May.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay, hold on. Wait a minute. But hold on. But speaking of Shady May, what about this AI thing? Does this AI
Think
thing
Aaron-
know about all of our jobs? I mean, is this thing totally connected to Shady May and seeing through her eyes everything that she's doing?
I don't believe he is, and it excuse me, I don't believe it is, and it's very possible that it could know of the jobs that we did, but I kind of don't think so. I think he's kind of really focused on getting some revenge against the company that uses him.
What's the company that uses him?
The one that manufactured me.
What's
Pinnacle Consortium.
Pentacle Consortium.
But wouldn't that be get the some runners in a compromising position, and then use us against the consortium? Wouldn't that be the way to get us?
Well, I mean, what are they getting? They captured us and tortured us.
I think it's Aaron the Scribe. He's somehow the big bad.
Okay, well,
He's
we know where
mastermind.
he works. We know where his office is.
We talked to his secretary.
Oh, he has many offices.
I think we need to wait for him one night and just beat him up.
Oh my god.
So
Funny.
Thugs or something.
Yeah, fuck the answers. Let's just go kill the ones that
we
we think
dropped-
might be behind it.
what did we leave behind at all of these places? So we left ears. We left a suitcase
Couple envelopes
and some envelopes.
that you never tampered with.
And the only one we don't know is Aaron. Like the only person we haven't met throughout this is Aaron the Scribe.
Well,
He seems
these
to
guys
be
are-
involved, as a target in some way to a lot of these. Like when
Yeah.
you did the APN, you framed the YET. The YET is run by Aaron. Then you attacked the YET again and did a hack.
Right,
using
yeah,
them as
the
bait.
bank, yeah.
Yeah.
We broke into his offices and did all of that for sure, yeah. And so maybe he thinks this is something personal, and so he's coming after us and being like, "Fuck you, assholes!" And so now we got to go back and be like, "Fuck you, asshole!"
Hey, Atari, is there any information in that data that you copied from the database when we were in the facility?
Maybe I could spend a couple of days kind of sifting through that data.
There was some genealogical data that you'll remember that you got, that you kept.
I wonder if that has anything to do with.
There was a
Munchausen.
bunch of data that you kept from the YET that's worth 50,000 new yen on the open market.
Can you cross-reference all that shit?
But as far as that's all it's worth is just.
It's just worth some money.
But the genealogy, you're not sure about that. You haven't pieced anything together with that.
Well, should we?
I share the information.
That came from that private node in Sylvan, the back door in Sylvan, a long time ago. A bunch of data.
Should we track down Bonecrack and pay him to see if he can help us figure out who's tracking us down?
Yeah, where do we want to meet him? I'm thinking we got friends in the Barrens, right? Maybe we could set up a
So
meeting
roll
there.
street etiquette. So do a street etiquette.
Okay.
So
To
that
reach
would
out to 'em.
probably.
Now you guys are getting somewhere again.
I mean, meet him at a club or something like that, right?
Yeah, you were easily able to get a hold of him, find out a contact for him, and he reaches back out to you. And he says that since you were nice, again, nothing personal about before, but you were nice to my brother in there, even though I wasn't being very nice to you. So what do you want to know? I'll talk to you.
Who hired you?
Some chick called Ariel hired me.
What's
Her and
the-
some lackey of hers called Wintry. Real asshole. Didn't get along with him at all.
Wintry?
Yeah, some freaking elven sword wielding
Oh,
Stuck
Wind.
up asshole.
Yeah, Wind.
Lancelot. Yeah.
This guy, Lancelot.
You saw him. He was in there with the interrogation. Not to bring up bad memories.
Oh yeah.
I wasn't there. He wasn't there for. He
Ariel?
didn't stay for the interrogations. He just brought you there and then he
Yep.
left. He had nothing to do with the actual interrogation.
If we wanted to,
I was just hired muscle, man.
I understand that. We're professionals, just like you.
And
You had
Ariel, yeah, she wasn't regular, man. She was something powerful.
What do you mean?
She worked for someone else, and she was some sort of free spirit or something from the way that she talked and acted, the way Wintry talked about her. She wasn't like a person like you or me.
What do you mean? Like she's something else? Like something supernatural?
Yeah, that's all I know, man.
Right. If we wanted to,
All I know is I wouldn't go after these guys. They know their business and they can hire the best.
understood. I appreciate that. Anything else weird or different with these guys? Anything else you can tell us about how you met them, how you got in contact with
They
them?
didn't want you killed for all that show. They wanted to make sure that you weren't killed. They just wanted to hurt you. It seemed like they were just trying to make a point. I don't know what. whoever you've been fucking with later recently, Chummers, I think they're starting to fuck with you.
Mm-hmm. Indeed.
Well, keep an eye out about yourselves.
Yeah, of course. Of course. And yeah, you keep an eye out too. And if you hear anything new that comes up, you hear anything out there on the street about, Ariel and Windtree, if you could send it my way, I'd make it worth your while.
Understood. I got your number.
Okay. I'm going to share all this information with everybody else too.
Yep. So you do that, and you guys do that, talking and investigating and all that. And the last few days have been very uncharacteristically quiet. You've been enjoying the fruits of your earlier labors, living a nice lifestyle.
I'm
It is
pissed.
now April 24th when you roll out of your bed and immediately notice a flashing icon on your computer that indicates a message on one of the local private bulletin board systems. The quick few keystrokes and a password or two later, you download it, and the text reads, "I am most anxious to meet you and your partners. I need the services of a team willing to perform the unusual. And I assure you that the price is right. If interested, please come with your partners to Gate 12 at the SeaTac International Airport tomorrow morning at 10 and ask for Anson Helm." End of message. Anson Helm. You recall that name. Yeah, you know that guy. He's one of the most well-connected fixers in Seattle. And if he says the price is right, it's likely quite a mountain of new yen. On the other hand, if he says the job is unusual, you'll likely earn every cent of it.
And who got
10
that message on
a.m.
their
next-
computer?
All of you did.
Huh. Okay.
Wants to meet at Gate 12.
I immediately text everyone, did you get this weird spam? You saying it was Ansel, that guy? How does he even know us, man?
I thought it was Ansem.
I don't got a computer.
Does that mean he's too handsome to hit?
Haha.
Okay, yeah, I sent a message to everybody to meet at a different coffee house, I guess.
No, I think
Or do you want to continue meeting at the 10 stack?
I don't think if they'll know where we're at anyway. They're tracking someone.
Okay. So yeah, I head to the 10 stack.
Okay. Yeah, feels safe, feels comfortable. People know you here. People look out for you. You like it.
Norm.
These are our people.
Maybe we should buy this place.
Oh, hey, you know what? No, I don't want to buy this place.
Yeah, I mean, and mess up
You'd
those
actually thought
great
about it.
pancakes.
Hey, fuck. I'm going to send a message out, during our days off here. I'm going to send a message out to my Mr. Smith at the UCAS government contact that hired us for one of the jobs. And I'm going to give him the address to that safe house that we were at and ask him if this is a current, operating safe house, and if not, does he know what happened to it and who's using it?
Okay, you're wanting what again? I'm sorry, I was only half listening.
I want to know, is the government, is the UCAS currently using that safe house still? Or if they've abandoned it, do they know who is using it?
It's been abandoned for a couple of years after a very nasty accident happened there. It was decommissioned, hasn't been used for a couple of years, and they don't know who is using it. No one should have been there.
Who was responsible for the nasty accident?
Let's just say some interrogations got out of hand. It was years ago, unrelated.
Ask him about Dr. What? If that sounds familiar to him.
Vaguely. There's a independent Dr. Watt, does some nasty work for the wrong kind of people, if you know what I mean.
I do. What kind of wrong people?
Grilling him.
Powerful types who think they're above the law. Or are the law.
Would you categorize certain...
Black Ops type stuff.
What about, like, civilian?
Oh, certainly. I mean, he's a mercenary. That's about all I know about him.
Is there a group that he
We
associates
don't use
with
them.
in particular?
Not that I know of.
Okay. All right. I'll share that information with everybody, too.
Okay.
Yeah, what would the possibility of in those 4 days Shady getting another checkup?
No. It's usually like once every 3 months or so.
No, I don't mean
Not all the time.
like she's gonna call in and say I want one.
Oh. Yeah, if you come back in a couple days.
So she'd want to do that, and basically she would say that there was a time period that she was completely unconscious while on a job, and she wants to make sure that there wasn't anything implanted or anything.
Okay. So they'll give you some quick scans, run you through some tests, say everything looks good. Of course, they're going to probe you. What makes you think this? Who were you with? They're going to ask you a bunch of counter questions.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to be open and honest or hide stuff?
I mean, mostly, yeah. As far as who we're with and like if they, who did it, I don't no fucking clue at this point. Stuff like that,
Okay. They ask you about hearing
and
voices or loss of control.
At the same time, she's looking for any twitches in their faces just in case, although she doesn't really suspect them to be involved.
They're very inquisitive as why you there and why you think there might be an implant.
Yeah, and that's the explanation that she gave. She is like, I'm doing this just as a safety check. I just want to make sure. I don't think so because I haven't noticed any unusual marks that would suggest any kind of implant or anything like that. And
no, they don't find any, and they look earnestly.
Yeah, given the nature of my
at least they tell you
cybernetics,
they
it
don't
would
find any.
kind of be difficult to do. But
okay,
yeah, and then the standard answers probably without dramatic pauses or anything like that, like she did the initial time.
Yep.
For the questions about hearing voices and all that shit.
Right. Just like last time. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. Keeping Lucifer a secret for now. All right. So next day, you guys go to the SeaTac.
Yep.
Okay. I assume you don't go armed. You're going in the airport through the security, all that.
Right.
Okay. So Seattle, Tacoma, yes.
I'm going to, well, maybe they won't let me on a plane or something like that if we're gonna have to fly. I was thinking about like turning into an animal or something like that, like a pet of one of your guys's, and then I could grab arms and then mold them into my body when I transform, so that when I transform back, I can hand you weapons again.
That'd be kind of cool. The big problem is if we had to fly somewhere, you'd be stored underneath the cargo.
Unless he's a pet ape.
A fucking monkey.
So the Seattle Tacoma International Airport, commonly called SeaTac, as us Northwest people know, handles a whole direct load of traffic. Seattle is basically the Hong Kong of the 21st century in Shadowrun world. Very international aspected, fingers everywhere throughout the world. The airport is chock full of people of every type, from suits and their bodyguards to street trash just trying to escape the rain. As you pass through the weapons detectors under the scrutiny of a trio of rent-a-cops, you can't help but feel a bit naked without your normal hardware. But that can't be helped. No one carries
Yuck.
into the airport without a license and an awfully good reason. Security at the gates is even tighter. When you reach gate 12 and ask for Helm, a gray suit who wears a mirrored visor frisks each of you, then ushers you to a stairwell leading to the tarmac. A brisk wind whips across the field, carrying the whine of aircraft engines. The suit leads you to a powered cart and then drives you about 30 meters to the door of a Lear Platinum Custom. 2 minutes later, you're sitting in a plush red chair holding a cold, refreshing drink and wondering where your host is. The intercom chimes and a cultured voice announces, "If you'll buckle in, my friend, we'll be taking off shortly. Once we're airborne, I'll be back to speak with you." The whine of the
Atari, we're so fucked.
The whine of the engines cuts off abruptly as the outer door is sealed. This baby is insulated quite well. All noises cut out from the outside. Cool antiseptic air flows through gently through the cabin. The jet begins taxiing to a runway as the engines power up. You can't quite hear them, but you can feel the vibration rising and the tension of the brakes. Then acceleration presses a gentle hand against you and the plane is off. It lifts smoothly into the sky and then suddenly banks into a powerful turn before leveling off once more. Shady, you feel just a twinge of a headache. Then, after you level off and are kind of circling above Seattle, an immaculate groomed man in his late 40s enters the cabin. "Hello, I'm Anson Helm." He smiles and shakes hands all around. You feel a power in his grasp that is usually lacking in his type. "I hope you don't mind me meeting me here. I just bought this plane and wanted to try it out, and it's so private up here, it seemed the perfect place to conduct our business. We'll return back to SeaTac when we've concluded." He goes back, fixes himself a drink, and then continues after motioning for you guys to help yourselves.
Yep.
Sips on his
Make a
drink, sits down with you guys, says, "I indicated that the job offer I have for you is unusual. Not many people would be able to carry this type of stuff off, but I've heard good things about you and being able to keep things quiet. You see, I need you to travel down to a plantation near the source of the Amazon. Yes, that Amazon River. To acquire and bring back a rare orchid cultivated only there. The mission requires stealth. You'll have to get in and then out quietly without stirring up the plantation's occupants. In fact, there's a bonus for causing no casualties. See, the plantation belongs to the Aquilars, an important family of Portuguese descent, ancient Portuguese descent. Over the years, the Aquilars have become renowned for their horticultural prowess. Our employer would like you to leave a small data chip in place of the flower you've cut. It may seem odd, as I said, unusual, but my instructions about this were very specific. Now comes the really unusual part of the mission. Obviously, you can't approach the plantation by air because of the need for stealth, and, you'll be in the deep heart of Amazonia. They don't like technology there. So you'll have to make your way by unconventional means through the rainforest. And I do hear tell there's some pretty spooky native tribes that inhabit that area, even reputedly some headhunters. Now, once you've got this orchid, you'll get away by commandeering the one of many aircraft right there at the plantation. Fly it to Lima, Peru, where you'll find airline tickets waiting to get you back to Seattle. Once home, you'll deliver the orchid and receive the balance of your pay. Now you can see why I need people who can think on their feet. Not just someone who's glitter and steel. You come highly recommended. And if you've heard anything about me, you know I pay well and give my operatives every possible edge. I've got a map of the plantation and some lingua softs of Tupi, the region's main language. And I've even got a couple pilot chips if you want them. What do you say? Do we talk business?
Yeah, let's talk business.
Atari's like, free chips.
I know, exactly. I was like,
Free
"Oh,
data?
yeah, chips.
Now,
Speak my language."
You've been to the Amazonia before, many years ago before Shadowrunning started. That's where your power focus amulet came from. You have been to Lima, Peru. Okay.
I tell. I start going on Nerd Nick.
Okay, great. Well, so you know how to get there. So you know how to get there.
But the tribes and it's so interesting. Their ancient history.
Yeah, but you know how to get there.
Well, I've been there before.
You know how to travel, and perfect.
Yeah.
It sounds like a great job for us.
My girlfriend actually died.
Great.
In a
Yeah, we'll
there.
call her up over there. So tell us more about
fairly dangerous.
Tell us more about this job.
Ouch.
How much are you paying, Anson?
150,000 each, 10% now.
And you want no casualties in a total stealth mission.
There's a bonus, 50,000 each for no casualties.
Excellent. Yeah.
Can I try to negotiate that little
Yeah.
better deals?
Yep.
Oh, that wasn't very good.
Oh, man. So I'll tell you what I'll do. In addition to all your flight arrangements and the tickets back home, I'll arrange for flipping the bill for any equipment you may need. And you'll need a lot of equipment. I take it you are interested in doing this deal?
Yeah.
All right. Let me fill you in on some more of the details.
Do we have contacts and guides, porters?
Exactly. So I've arranged for a covert insertion near Macapa, Amazonia. There, a boat will transport you upriver to the Fontaboa at the mouth of the Hirua. Then you'll travel by seaplane from there to a point 650 kilometers up the Utai. Now, the last 140 kilometers, you'll be traveling by some sort of raft or canoe. And then the very last 16 of that last kilometers will be through the jungle. There are no roads or paths or trails to this plantation.
So about
My life.
75 miles or something, 70 miles by river and about 6 miles or so in the forest or in the jungle.
Rough country, yeah.
It'll be days. You'll want a few weeks of supplies, jungle gear. I'll arrange for all of that.
This is adventure. Mississippi's like.
He
super
offers 4 Linguasoft chip copies. If you have a data jack or soft jack, you can use them.
Excellent.
Of the Tupi Guarani, TUPI-GUAR.
T. Wait, why isn't this in typing? T. Go ahead.
TUPI, Tupi, GUARANI, so Tupi Guarani language, level 3, 4 of them. That's the main Indian language down there. 2 skill soft copies of Winged Flying, level 4.
Sorry, my computer's not that fast. So, Tupi Guarani, a language rating 4.
Rating 3, 4 of them.
Rating 3. All right, and then there's a. Okay, and that is going to be logic and mental, I think. Logic and mental. Okay, and then there's a.
And then
active
Winged
skill.
Flight. Yep, skill soft Winged Flight. Level 4.
Okay, oops. Winged. Oh, where my character should go?
So you'd need a skill wire rig of at least level 4, which I think you have.
I do. It is. So, winged flight.
Yeah, or whatever equivalent skill.
Yep.
I'm not
4.
sure if I'm saying it right.
I think it'd be flight
fixed wing or flight.
Because I have pilot ground craft, so it'd be like pilot winged craft or something like that.
Yes.
It's pilot aircraft, and then it'll be, it'll be one of the flying options.
Oh, here it is. Pilot aircraft. There it is. Found it.
Yep, it's just the basic pilot aircraft.
And
That has different categories to it, though.
So he'll drop you at the mouth of the Amazon, where you'll take a boat upriver to Fontaboa. Where there you'll travel to a seaplane 650 kilometers further, where you'll then trek on your own for 140 kilometers, the last 16 of which are through the jungle.
Okay.
He'll arrange for all the contacts.
What about keeping the orchid intact?
You
Is
have
there
to keep
some
it
kind-
intact.
Some special case?
No.
Might have to bring a case with us. A controlled chamber, bulletproof or something.
Some kind of reinforced beaker of sorts, basically. We can just tuck it into
Cryo
that.
chamber? Freeze it?
I mean, do you want this fresh, or do you want the roots? We can dig the whole damn thing up.
They're kind of sensitive.
orchid,
Yeah, I
yeah.
mean, if it's potted, I would bring the pot, or I would grab a pot and throw it in the pot. I mean, that's, kind of goes without speaking. I wouldn't just, rip it off the
Well, I mean, he
rip
did
the
say
flower off the plant.
And then
Needs to be
drop it.
intact.
he did say to cut it, but I mean, yeah, those are details we can work out on our own, I guess.
Yep. Yeah, I guess you can just cut it, but keep it intact.
Leave a data chip and then continue upriver until we hit Peru?
No, until you go, and then once you get to the plantation and you get the flower, then you'll steal the airplane that there at the plantation, because that's the only way in and out is by airplane. There's no roads or trails or paths. You'll steal an airplane there and fly that to Lima, Peru, where you'll take a conventional flight at the airport. There'll be tickets there waiting for you, and then you'll fly back to Seattle from there.
Because
And
Lima's
Anson's
like
arranged all this. Lima's
Lima's
not going to
like
be that very far from where you guys are if you'll look at the map. You're going to
That-
be 650, you're going to be 790 kilometers west of where that point 1 is. So you're going to be much closer to Peru than you are Brazil, or you're going to be closer to the west coast than the east coast at that point.
right. I
You're
think
entering through the east coast, going up the Amazon, all fucking Apocalypse Now like, and then
That's what I was picturing in my head.
Mississippi's like his so excited for this. He's jumping up and down. Adventure, finally back in the wilderness again. We could take a side trip. I know this great temple that's housed ancient evil and a tomb.
All right. Do we have a deal, gentlemen?
Yes,
Yes.
we do.
when
All
does
right.
this need to happen by? How
So
much
once he
time?
completes the oh, that's right.
I'll need that
Here
chip.
is a map of the plantation, which he gives you. He said he would give you.
Okay.
He gives you the chip,
Okay.
and he returns to the cockpit to land, and he lands you back at SeaTac. You're ushered out of the airport terminal and told your flight is scheduled out for the morning 2 days from now.
Enough time to buy some gear, I guess, right?
Yep, which he said he'd flip the bill.
Excellent.
So whatever jungle gear you think you might need for probably,
I'll have
Big
to-
game hunter.
I'll have
10
to do
days,
some research on
2 weeks.
jungle
Actually,
gear.
yeah, probably about 2 weeks.
Jungle
And
survival
then some that
suit.
you'll pick up there along the
it.
way.
They have some armor called the Wild Hunt, which is like a full security survival stuff.
Is he going to fly us down there? How are we getting down there? Are we flying down on a private
Private.
plane? Okay,
Yes, he's
perfect.
arranging a private flight. He's arranging everything, all the contacts, everything up until you're on your own for the last 160 or 140.
Okay. Perfect.
Will he
Nice.
buy like armor, like a full armor kit?
And yeah, this guy's famous in the Shadowrun world. This guy's famous.
I want to get a look at him in the astral while we're talking.
A sense? Okay, he has no magical power. He seems in very good health. Very little cyber. No diseases or anything.
He just does a lot of yoga and meditates.
Human. Okay.
So we need rope, like the standard Dungeons and Dragons loadout.
Torches.
So I'm gonna refill my soda while you guys jot down some equipment real quick, and then we will hop on the flight down there. I don't want to take too much time doing it.
Oh man, I was thinking we'd have like a week to review and do some research on jungle gear. I have no idea what to get.
So what did we get when we went to the Germany? We got a cold weather survival kit. So there must be a jungle survival kit, right?
Some bug spray.
And then you have the language softs. Any
And
sort
then-
of data jack or soft jack will do it. Plugging into a comlink with a helmet that has some sort of visual display or some sort of display like that will work.
Everything's poisonous down there, so
Yeah, that's true.
I figure we'll
Very
hire...
hot. You don't want to walk around in like full armor. I can tell you that. Bring it with you, but don't walk around in it.
Probably
90-degree heat, 90-degree humidity, or 90% humidity. You know.
Oh man.
So
bug spray.
who do they worship down there?
So Amazonia, you're not allowed in. Outsiders are not allowed in. It's very much that's why you have to be smuggled in covertly. It's very secretive. It's very active, awakened. A matter of fact, it's pretty much ruled by an awakened cabal of dragons and various other free spirits and whatnot. So the the jungle is slowly reclaiming every inhabited area. So it's turning back to wild. No one's allowed in. They recently got done with a war with Atslan, which they won. I'm pretty sure they won if I remember right, but it was a very devastating long war. But very supernatural, very scary, very unknown, very mysterious. Mississippi was able to go there once. He pulled a bunch of strings. It almost killed him.
Yeah, I mean, I just kind of ask around through my contacts. So,
well, there's
So
a
there's,
survival
like
gear,
what I should get.
climbing gear. We got chem suit. Probably don't need that. There's the survival kit.
Yeah, I mean, you can buy like a survival kit,
Repelling
2 weeks
gloves.
rations with just like all the basic, jungle survival, quote unquote, basic material to stay
Load
alive.
up on the drugs and everything like that. No,
If you want something specific like med kits or stim patches or a grapple gun or something like that, yeah, you have to buy it. Everything that's 12 and under you can get. No problem.
So,
electrified field.
But he said he would buy it, right?
On his dime, so you don't have to pay for it.
Excellent.
So, yeah, let's get like a bunch of antidote because again, everything's poisonous.
He's
down
not
there.
going to let you go crazy, though.
So what is this on the Font de Sol map of the compound?
That's the compound.
We've got an electric fence that we're going to have to defeat. And then what is this field?
That's for like livestock. That's just a gated field. Literally.
Okay, so that's not like that's not like a mana field or a ward or something.
Oh no, that's just a garden. No, that's like livestock in a garden. Yep.
Okay, we see the plane and the landing strip.
Let me pull up the handout. Yep. The greenhouse is attached to the large mansion. The hangar is in. You see the plane. Just
Yep.
southwest of the plane is the hangar.
Yep.
Okay. West of the hangar is the greenhouse attached to the mansion.
Okay.
Okay. Below all of that is a large, work shed. And then below that is a field with a barn and a vegetable patch.
Well, there doesn't seem to be barracks or anything, so that's a plus.
Okay,
Private
so
residence.
if we're not gonna try to kill people, then we need to get those taser guns, those bullets like that we were shot with, that
Gel
stunned us,
rounds.
the gel
Oh, yeah.
rounds, right?
The stun grenades.
Yeah, stun grenades, flash grenades. Like that's the kind of stuff we need.
So yeah, neuro stun.
I have one grenade left of that Nero stun thing.
Well, it's a 12R, so he'll buy it for us. So.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, let's get that kind of gear so that we don't. Because I mean, shit, that's 50 grand a piece more. I am all for
Maybe
that.
get the stuff that only lasts a minute, though, not 10 minutes.
Get a gas mask. If it lasts 10 minutes, then we get all the time in the world if we have a gas mask on. But yeah, tasers, right? What are some other stun?
I have a stun attack. Clout, it's called for some reason.
Yeah, I want to get some grenades and let me check my gear. Arms.
Well, have you tried throwing that grenade?
Well, yeah, I had 3 of them. I only have 1 left.
So, what do we need from like an awakened standpoint? Do you think? Because if there's like spirits of the jungle and shit like that,
One of those spirit remover things. What is it called? Shotan.
bump into a Windango or something.
All right, so Bryce, I'd like to get more of those Nero stun grenades that I have. I'm thinking we need like a dozen of them. And the what are those gel pack things called again?
Gel packs? I don't know what you mean by gel packs.
The gel bullets.
Gel rounds, yeah. They
Gel
just do stun
rounds.
damage. Yeah, they're just gel rounds.
Can
They're
I get
with
gel
stun
rounds for
equipment.
my rifle?
Oh yeah, no problem. You can find stun grenades. You can get 2 more of them.
Okay.
They were what, 500 New Yen or something like that.
He's buying it, right?
Oh yeah, that's right. You don't have to buy it. Yeah, but you can get 2 of them. You can scrounge up 2 of them.
Dang it! Wanted more than that.
Is there any kind of like
Gel rounds are no issue whatsoever.
What about
grenade or substance that really fucks with awakened creatures or beings?
Yeah, it's called a shofar, and it's a force. You buy it per force or something like that. I can't use it, but you might be able to. And
Yeah, it just depends on availability. I mean, if it's 12 or under, you can.
it's a
find it.
horn actually, and it causes spirits to be shaken and leave the area. But you have to, of course, times $800. And I think you keep using it.
Tear gas.
A horn that scares the spirits.
Let's see.
Oh yeah.
When you make an opposed test versus the spirit's force plus willpower against the shofar's force.
Tear gas is no issue. You can get that.
Yes.
I'm reconnected.
So tear gas. Do you have to have a special gun for that?
Depends if it's a grenade or.
It's gonna be a
How you-
grenade.
Yeah.
I want a
Can
tear
I
If you
try
gas.
get
to-
grenade.
those rubber stun bullets,
Gel rounds. Yep.
yeah, clips of those. That way
That's fine.
we don't have casualties.
Is there any way I can find one of these shofar?
Says the
What's the
availability
availability?
just by the force. You can
It
get
doesn't
12.
say. Doesn't say. It just says availability force.
So it's
So-
forced you get it at.
So 10?
You can find one at 6 in the 2 days.
I'm gonna get a grenade launcher so I can shoot these grenades out of it.
Okay, that's fine.
And these tear gas, I'm thinking what, like 12.
So if they're for a grenade launcher, they're mini grenades because there is a difference. You can't just throw them. It's
Right.
one or the other.
Yeah,
Okay.
I want these mini grenades that go into a grenade launcher.
And make sure you have the skill associated with that grenade launcher.
I think it's
I don't know if
firearms.
it's heavy weapons or pistols or firearms group or gunnery. If it's gunnery, that's not in firearms group.
Where
That's
would I
separate.
Find that combat active skills such as grenade launchers.
It have it in the
Heavy
description. like-
weapon is designed for projectile weapons larger than an assault rifle, such as a grenade launcher. Let's see, what do I have? I think I have the firearms group.
You know what we should get is
Should
like
be
a
fine.
jammer. Need like so that we can jam their communications.
Page 148. Let me see.
Casualties don't include natives, do they?
Jesus.
Yes.
They do.
Yep.
So like headhunters, we can't kill headhunters.
That's why we're getting the rubber bullets, man.
You use heavy weapons when launching your grenade from a grenade launcher. Yeah. So you use the skill heavy weapons.
Skill groups.
Dude, I'm gonna want 5 clips of those gel rounds.
Can
It's on its own. It's not in a group.
Okay. I'll have to download
It's
it.
not in firearms.
That's all right.
What's that, Shady?
can she get a ruthenium polymer coating added to her armor?
What's the
To
availability?
16F.
You'd have to. No, not in 2 days.
Okay.
I mean, you could roll for it to see if you could arrange it if you really want to, but you couldn't do it in 2 days.
Oh
Yeah, I
man,
think
that's
F is
Worry
forbidden.
about that.
Not even with a license can you have it. And 16's pretty
Oh,
hard.
it's forbidden. Okay, sorry. What
like
about
hardcore
what
military.
about getting my hands on a chameleon suit? It's 10R.
Yep, no problem.
Okay.
Gonna go
It's-
all
it's-
predator.
It's got like the
I'm
same
pulling out-
armor as what I'm currently wearing, so
Okay.
The armor we should all wear so we can match at Wild Hunt stuff.
Here
Globetrotter.
we go.
So I'm pulling out my Globetrotter jacket and vest.
All right. So you collect all your gear. You wait the 2 days, and as instructed, you proceed to one of the private gates, where you are escorted around security and led to Helm's Lear jet. You wait on the runways, brief, and within moments, the jet is airborne. Shady, again, you feel the headaches. You've been told that the flight plan will take you over several Native American nations, but the pilot assures you that he has filed all the proper papers, and you hope so, because some of the nations have been known to routinely shoot down any unidentified aircraft on the assumption that they are smugglers. Definitely not the way you want to go. Hours later, the jet touches down briefly at Kansas City, where you fully expect to encounter some kind of security check, but none comes. The Lear touches ground only long enough to take on another full tank load of avgas, and then roars skyward again. Helms was a little cagey about how exactly he'll be getting you into Amazonia, claiming that explanation of details would require discussion of assets he didn't want to reveal yet. He has confirmed that your entry into the country will be plenty convert. Ever since awakened forces toppled the government of Brazil 17 years ago, the country has hardly welcomed tourists with open arms. You've all read the reports about how the powerful magics the Amazonian government employs to promote accelerated regrowth of the devastated rainforests, magics on the scale of those once wielded by the American Indian ghost dancers. The former Brazilian cities are said to be pits of urbanization and decay overseen by rulers with little concern for the inhabitants. Emigration is encouraged but rarely achieved because of the cost. You expect You expected the jet to land in Atlanta, but it continues on out over the Atlantic instead. When the plane finally does land, it is on a grassy strip on some island barely large enough to hold the plane, let alone a landing strip. A tall, dark-skinned man dressed in fashionable white, tan island garb greets you as you disembark and retrieve your gear from cargo. Speaking with a decidedly out-of-place Boxan accent, he introduces himself as Mercer, an associate of Helms. He leads you to a nearby pickup truck, loads you and your gear into it, and drives off. After a short drive, he takes you to a small lagoon where a seaplane sits waiting. Again, you and yours load on board, and the plane launches into the sky with Mercer at the controls. He is affable during the flight, talking freely about local politics and sights, but he doesn't divulge information about Helms' plan. Meanwhile, the seaplane... You guys gonna do anything?
I'm gonna check astrally.
Ascents?
I'm just taking in the sights.
Yep. He's mundane, decent health, a little bit of cyber. Alright, so the seaplane takes you out of sight of land, toward the southeast and into the night. A few hours later, Mercer begins his descent, apparently relying on the aircraft's inertia and satellite-assisted navigation gear, since it's pitch black. The landing on the water is so smooth that you don't even notice the dark bulk of the freighter until the plane is bumping right up against it. The crew throws ropes down and then hauls you and your gear up onto the deck. After securing the seaplane, Mercer joins you. Aboard the freighter, an old oil tanker that you take to be some sort of Portuguese origin based on the language the crewmen are speaking, you find very little hospitality here. Sailors seem fearful and either ignore you or rebuff any attempts at conversation. Mercer speaks briefly with one of them and then leads you into the bowels of the vessel. The lower corridors of the ship are tight and dark until you suddenly step into the blazing light of a half-dozen arc lamps. Sitting there in an area undoubtedly designed to hold at least one large oil tank is a black, sleek, aerodynamic shape. It takes only a moment to recognize it as an old Soviet IL-290 VTOL stealth transport jet. Its pilot, a rigger with cold silver eyes, waits near its nose.
Cool.
Arms crossed, waiting for you. He nods at Mercer, who directs you into the main cabin, which has only enough seats for you and your team. As you buckle up, Mercer speaks. This jet here is going to drop you off west of Macapa, Amazonia. From there, it's a short trek overland until you reach the river. Here's a tracking device that'll lead you to your contact point. A man with a boat will meet you there to take you upriver. You'll recognize him by the pink bandana tied to his left arm. Once the VTOL grounds, you'll have only a couple of seconds to get out and clear. Those Amazonians are real touchy about their border security, and they don't rely exclusively on radar, if you know what I mean. Good luck to you, Chummers. Mercer passes the tracking device to you. Then with a quick nod, he leaves, and the door closes and seals behind him. A moment later, the dull throb of the jet's engines become a powerful roar, and the cabin lights wink out, and the VTOL lights skyward. Whoosh. Hours later, the wet jungle peels away before you, and you catch the low rumble of voices and the clank of metal on metal. Peering... Oh, nope, hold on. Sorry. Okay, so about an hour after the VTOL goes airborne, it banks suddenly, and this cold, emotionless voice advises you to stand by to disembark, that you have reached Amazonia. Turns off all the internal lights, and then slowly guides you down to the ground where you have a light landing, and he opens the back and says, "Get out quick."
Grab the gear.
Grab
Okay.
the gear. No.
Run out.
Yep.
Your feet are barely off the ramp, and it's already raising again, and he's flying out. As you're grabbing your gear and leaving the clearing, not a minute later, you see a couple of winged beasts flying high above, going in the same direction the VTOL just left.
Not in Kansas anymore.
What kind of winged beast?
Wyverns, dragons, harpies, hard to say from this
Holy
distance.
shit.
Something
We're not
paranormal.
in Kansas anymore.
And then you hear the slight beeping of your tracker flashing in the
What was
direction
that?
you want to get quiet.
The things flying around above us. And we have to beat feet at this point, they said, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't stick in the area. For sure.
Let's go.
All right. You hike up your gear onto your backs and you start trekking overland. A few hours later, the wet jungle peels away before you, and you catch the low rumble of voices again and the clink of metal on metal. Finally, peering through a break in the flora, you spot perhaps the ugliest, most battered boat you've ever seen.
Okay. Wait,
It looks like an
we're not going in that, are we?
It looks like an ancient tug, apparently with a retrofit electric engine. A tall Latino with a slim cigar in his mouth is leaning against the cabin, overseeing a handful of laborers who are moving crates from the dock to the vessel's deck. Occasionally, he straightens up sharply to bark out an order in Portuguese, then leans back against the cabin once more. On his left arm, the man sports a stained pink bandana. Apparently spotting to you, he nods, and you see two small boats still inflating being dropped quickly over the side of the tug and then led over your way. Within moments, you've climbed aboard and reached the larger boat. Once aboard, the two crewmen escort you into the presence of the man with the bandana. As you approach, he straightens up, smiles engagingly, and welcomes you with a broad sweep of his hand. "Friends!" ha 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 ha, he says in very good English. "I am Captain Cologne, and this is my ship, the Esperanza. Welcome aboard. Come, we have quite a trip before us."
Adventure.
And on that note, chummers, we'll leave you deep in the Amazon.
Dun, dun,
Nice.
dun.
Catch us next week.
Eee. Thanks for watching, everybody. Keep smiling.